Um, I just want to preface this by saying that I am not a fan of Kataefe.
I'm
I
sorry.
do.
Why is that the prelude?
Why is it that somebody said no to me? It can't turn wahala. Like, now by force, say they go day your stream.
Lona has shown that it is possible. Lona has shown that it is something that can be done. It had never been something where there was this level of dedication and documentation. Forgiveness will now make it Ashake's 18th #1 song on the official singles chart. It sets a record for the fastest accumulation of 4 #1 singles in a year, with Forgiveness being his 4th in 5 months.
Do you see how people used to encourage bad behavior? People are even doing it around for
music.
To be honest, I went to go and listen to Boo of the Bullets. I went to go and listen to Boo of the Bullets.
I say
Anyways, let me
sleep
tell you.
back. I be there listen to running to you. Okay, just outside the top 10 this week. We're gonna start with that. Outside the top 10 this week, jumping from number 16 to number 11, we have Kid Carter's Big Bom Bom. It had peaked at number 2 previously, but now it has jumped back to number 11 after last week. After that, we have Olamide's Rock Me Gentle, which debuted at number 18. And we have Benson and Size Already, which has debuted at number 35 of a partial week of 4 days of availability. Does anybody have any thoughts about that? Opinions? Feelings? Yes, no?
Sorry, which song is this?
Benson and Size Already. It debuted at number 35.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
No thoughts? Nothing? You were expecting that one?
It's 5 days, so I don't really know how it would have fared.
I
Would
mean,
it have entered top 20 if it was a full day of tracking? I don't really know.
I mean, technically, I think it said this was actually not even 5 days. This was 4 days. So, that's also on the table as well. So, let's see what else. Okay. And then we have, rounding off the top 10, we'll start with number 10 this week. At number 10, we have I Am, which has, by Omale, which has moved from number 15 to number 10. At number 9 this week, we have Ashake's Oba, which has dropped from number 6 to number 9. After reaching a peak of number 5, it has rebounded from number 13 to number 8, and this would be Tenny and Olamide's Zion coming in at number 8. So at number 10 we have Omale's I Am, at number 9 we have Ashake's Oba, and at number 8 we have Tenny and Olamide's Zion. Coming in at number 7 this week, holding the same spot as last week, we have Landlord Ashake's Wa, holding at number 7 for another week on the top 100. And then we have Ashake's Rora dropping from number 5 to number 6. And also dropping from number 4 to number 5, we have Ashake's MCBH, Money Can't Buy Happiness. And coming in at number 4, also dropping 1 spot from number 3 to number 4, we have Ashake and DJ Snake's Worship. So at number 10, Omale's I Am. Number 9, Ashake's Oba. Number 8, Tenny and Olamide's Zion. Number 7, we had Wa by Ashake. Number 6, we have Rora by Ashake. Number 5, we have MCBH by Ashake. And number 4, we have Worship by Ashake and DJ Snake. How are we feeling about that before we get into the top 3? Yes? No?
So just for 2 songs outside Ashake.
Yes, only 2 people have songs on here that are not Ashake.
No problem.
And on that note, coming in at number 3 this week, tallying 3.86 million on-demand streams, making it number 3 on streaming, and 77.4 million in radio airplay, making it number 1 on radio. We have Benson and Saz Back Outside, which previously peaked at number 1 on the official Nigeria Top 100. At number 2 this week, deep in 1 spot, after tallying 5.03 million on-demand streams, making it number 2 on streaming, and 49.7 million in radio reach, making it number 8 on radio, we have Ashake's Attitude, which means coming in at number 1 this week, tallying 5.51 million on-demand streams, making it number 1 on streaming, and 47 million in radio airplay impressions, making it number 9 on radio. We have Ashake's Forgiveness. As a result, it is now the number 1 on the official Top 100 this week, replacing Ashake's Gratitude, which debuted at number 1. Forgiveness is the 4th number 1 entry from Ashake off the Money album, which makes Ashake tie his own work, and Money now ties with Work of Art and Mr. Money with the Vibe for the most number 1 songs from any album in the history of TTC. Forgiveness will now make it Ashake's 18th number 1 song on the official Sickles chart.
Forgiveness is
It sets a record for the fastest accumulation of 4 number 1 singles in a year, with Forgiveness being his 4th in 5 months. So on that note, we're going to be talking about some more charts, but this time Spotify charts. So as some of you are aware, Spotify recently discontinued their viral charts. All those, I don't know if you all are familiar. One of my favorite ones was like I believe it was the Viral 50 Nigeria or something, but it's essentially the viral hits charts that essentially count the top 50 or top things in like different cities and stuff. So they recently discontinued that, and I believe part of it is that like this was a chart that was like human managed, so it was like their editorial charts that actual people actually like curate and stuff. So I'm curious, what are everybody's thoughts on the viral charts and them discontinuing them?
This is actually where I was going to ask KD a lot of questions because of the chat thing.
I think one of the things that I initially hadn't known about the viral charts that Spotify does was that I didn't realize that the viral charts were editorial charts. That was what I didn't know.
Is that the case? I thought there was like there is an editorial viral hits playlist that is like there's that, but I thought the chart that got discontinued is algorithmic.
I'm not sure, because I was looking at the Billboard, because Billboard did an article about it, and essentially what they posted was that it was the viral charts at the editorial charts. Let me see if I can find something on here on Twitter that like is a link to the article I'm talking about. But did anybody else see this? What were your thoughts? What were your feelings? Nobody?
The only thing that I'm a bit confused about is it due to the whole Drake say
No,
universal issue and all that. But
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Like
Actually, I
everything.
understand. I can see what you're talking about, Dante. So
Okay.
essentially, there were two viral charts. There's the one that's algorithm, and then there's the one that's editorial. And I can see what you were talking about, like them doing all of that. One of the articles that I've come across that I was reading was they're saying that they haven't released an actual reason why they took it off, but like sources are saying that they felt like the viral charts were not giving like full picture about songs with genuine traction. And so they were thinking like if it's editorial, like if it's human picked and all of that, they would have more, what is the word? Control over the
Over
chart.
what comes in and what does not.
Yeah, over what comes and what does
Like
not.
what I would say is, while we could easily lean on like maybe the potential, like let's say genuine or not genuine, because it's like a fortunate or unfortunate kind of situation. And the reason I'm saying that is because of AI. So like I think one of the conversations or one of the articles I saw was regarding AI records started chatting on the viral chart because people started listening to it a lot. So I feel like that might, again, because they haven't come out to say anything, I feel like that might be the one of the reasons why is that if we are if we have humans to act as a filter for the record that gets on the chart, we wouldn't. Does that make sense? So like we wouldn't have to
We
deal with
wouldn't
the
have
record.
to do it. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Because I don't know, because I don't know. Dealing with Spotify is kind of like 10 steps forward, backward. You don't actually know what's going on because
Yeah.
when this whole, at least the last 18 months, with like the conversations around AI, it's been like, oh, Spotify is pro this. It seems they're even pushing AI artists because what am I listening to? I don't really use them, so I don't get that much. I don't use them for certain things. But now there are certain like things they've been doing that it seems like when they are saying, oh, certain artists with certain amount of listeners will get verification badges that shows that they are not AI creators or something like that, or the AI music would be, known as AI music. They're gonna differentiate. There's gonna be a sign or some kind of logo on the page for it, right? So, and then when they now come with this also that they're gonna be humans to filter this situation, I think it kind of makes them be more in a positive lens, looking at it from that angle. But there's the way I had questions for KD because I felt he would have those answers was kind of like these charts because this chart existed since I don't know it was 2016. The top 50. I don't know. I feel like it was post TikTok. So I don't know how ignorant my question was going to be, but my question was going to be around, oh, if it was, sorry, pre TikTok, if it was, if, even if it's pre, okay, it doesn't matter. If records are like going crazy on charts, right? They go viral charts, then there's global, then there's a bunch of stuff before they hit certain charts, and the biggest charts in the world is kind of like Billboard, right? They're the number one. So I wanted to see like, is that going to affect how songs travel? Because as almost as long as streaming has existed, maybe about 3 years difference, so as that chart existed, and what does it affect? What does it take away? Because I remember there's this song Baby Doll by Dominic Fike, and that record has been out for like maybe almost 10 years now. It was on the first project that kind of like, you know, I don't want to go into the law of Dominic Fike, but it was on the first project that brought him out, and now the record did so well and went so viral recently that it became number one on like the global charts. And I'm like, oh, but like, where do the songs chart from?
What I think is, I believe Billboard does, but what I think is also confusing for me is really the Spotify of it all. Like, there's so many viral charts, the viral 50 charts, whether it's global, country, all different ones that they made, and it's just trying to like for people to actually understand which is which and what was editorial versus what was algorithm, and what does that look like, and like what is the quote unquote replacement for it. So they say they don't have a replacement yet, so I'm very curious what that's going to look like, but they've essentially taken it out. I'm very curious to see what next. Anybody else have anything to say about charts, Spotify, thoughts?
Just I don't know if anybody has information or has applied to enter Spotify viral chat. If it was being created by humans, does that mean that like people were doing the whole normal music business to get on the charts, or what was the process like how did they
How did they decide who ended up on the chart?
yes that's what I'm thinking, like.
I think that's a very good question. I honestly do not have the answer to that.
Yeah,
But
that's that's
I'm
why I
very
said that's
curious
the
because the way they are
unfortunate thing
describing
about
it
it.
is almost like there was an automatic algorithm like way to it, and then after a while they decided, and there was still human interaction with it, right? There were still humans like working behind the scenes, but now it looks like they're just switching to make it strictly that, and we'll see like how long it lasts. I think the best way to describe it is somebody said Spotify basically created a problem and then brought a solution to solve the problem that they created. So I think that's like one way to look at it. But also ultimately the question is, well, what next? And what they're saying is they don't have a what next. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Okay. On that note, I want to move to something that I thought personally was very, very beautiful. Last year, we had a lot of conversations about the boy Lona. And Lona just dropped his Homeless Tour movie, like documentary. And I want to ask, like, did anybody like get to watch all of it?
Yes,
I
I
haven't
watched
been
it.
to watch.
I watched it.
I haven't watched all of it, but I've seen bits of, I think, 1 and 2. Because I think there are 3 parts to the documentary. And I wanted to know, like, what are the thoughts about the documentary?
Like it. 3 episodes. All fire. It's I think that style of documentation is really like amazing
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it it shows it kind of took us back and a bit to see
How
a
he
bit
did
of
it.
what it took. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Him, his team, and establishing. And something I like they didn't shy away from was the fact that they were the first to do that.
Yep.
Right. And I'm not saying that, oh, you have to, exactly, like, I don't need fake humility for something that it doesn't need. They were the first to do that. They did it, they took risk, like, did it, and you went crazy. Like, finding out that one of the shows that got posted, like, where crowds were even going crazy was happening at like 4 a.m. or way past 4 a.m. And people were performing because, like, even in the documentary, I saw Larry Marshall was establishing that, oh, this tour has happened, but it was this. This tour has happened, but it was this. But the fact that like no like solo artist has gone 26 states in this country, is just crazy. And I hope that more people do, also RIP to the person that came to the video and, lost their life on their way back. And, that I guess further also speaks to the decay in our society
Mm.
that is Nigeria, because like everything was seen in that documentary, both the things that went well and the things that went terribly wrong. Um, and it's just that, and it's not funny too was towards the end when they were like, "Oh, would you guys do it again?" And they were like, "Yeah, but not now." Right?
Yeah,
That was just funny to me.
I don't think that's something that you do and then you immediately do again. I think
Right.
that Lona has shown that it is possible. Lona has shown that it is something that can be done. And it wasn't that it was like you said and like he said in the document. It wasn't like it had never been done before, but it had never been done to this extent, right? And that was really the crux of the matter. It had never been something where there was this level of, first of all, dedication and documentation of what was being done. And so I think we spent a good chunk of last year talking about how important it was what Luna was doing and how beautiful the tour was and how everything kind of like blended together and made sense. And now we're here like several months later looking through a lot of like the evidence of what actually came out of that. But I thought that was really interesting. Does anybody else have anything to say about the tour again?
So your documentary is on YouTube, right?
Yes, it's on YouTube, and I
Yeah, it's
believe
in.
there are like 3 parts of it.
Yeah, there are 3 episodes.
Yeah, I
Of the
saw bits of 1 and 2, but I haven't like I need to sit down and watch the entire thing. Yeah.
Just to segue a bit, cause first of all, he took 1 year to drop, then now it's almost 2 years. What is everybody thinking?
Uh oh, I
I
like this
mean,
conversation. Okay, but I'll go first.
okay, so here's the thing. I think that a lot of the time people spend a lot of time worried about the wrong things. So there's a lot of focus on time and not a lot of focus on quality and result, right? And I think while it is not good to quote unquote keep your fans waiting, it is also good to make sure that when you keep your fans waiting, you are giving them a version that they actually would appreciate and love and understand. And I think that him taking his time has been evident in the results he has given us, whether it's in the album, whether it's in the tour, whether it's in the interactions with its fans, whether it's in this documentary. I think it's been worth it. But that's not to say he should take his time with everything at the same time. Like, I get that, but I don't think he spent a ridiculous amount of time keeping everybody on hold. But that's my opinion. What are you thinking, Dante?
So like I love what you said because you said post the drop, he's done this and this, and that's like where it is. So it's not just like, oh, 1 year of silence. It's 1 year of there's a tour, there's this promotion, there's this feature, there's this conversation going on, and in like the countries that do have structure regarding these things, that's kind of like how it's meant to go. For the artists who are not, I'm dropping every year back to back. Is you take your album, your fans accept it, you go on the road with it, you do some other fun stuff, and like, is that. And I feel like everything, I don't know. Okay, so I've seen Luna live, right? And also seen how the curation around his brand and the art itself goes on when you step into a venue, for instance. In my own brain, you can easily tell people are thinking. He's surrounded by people who are thinking. So if he's taking his time with something, I would understand that for him simply because of that. And I see conversations about, it seems like people are scared about, it's like they're scared for him of, oh, you have the attention, make use of it. And I don't like that we normalize that for artists. Of like, even today I was seeing people talking about, oh, Rema, like people have been too patient. I'm like, bro, like sometimes if somebody gave you something and you like it, if they think they want to take their time with the next thing, it's like extend the patience for them. I get that people want music because it didn't reach 1 year before people started saying, "Oh, where's the new music?" I think it'll be fine. He has the attention, and as long as it feels like it's playing a long game, uh, I believe it's gonna work for him. So, like I said, it wasn't just even the tour. Like he dropped merch at the point, and his plan was to, "Hey, I'm gonna send like 1,000 merch, and then it's gonna go to this." And there's already conversations about the next album happening. So I think this works. Um, he's there, man. And then also I saw that he was spending time like giving back to the community, and doing this water for this community and all of that. So he has a lot of things going on. And as long as people are paying attention to him, they're gonna see that something is going on over there. So for me, it has not been radio silence. Like I got a verse on him and T.I. Blaze. I have a song called Lonely Road, which I really, really love. And the documentary now like contextualizes something which was when they went to Lokoja to perform. They had, you know, I think announced that people thought Bella Shmurda and Faye were gonna come, and Bella Shmurda had an emergency. Faye was not in the country, but T.I. Blaze pulled up. So it made like Lonely Road make a lot of sense because it's like, oh, this was this situation, and even they didn't like expect uh it to like work out or something like that. So yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think anybody should be rushing Ronaldo. Like he's not missing out on anything. To be honest, he's doing amazing. To be with all his outputs and all the things he's exploring. Yeah, I'm not bothered about that.
So me, I know I asked the questions, but I just feel like everybody needs to be aware of who they are and who they are servicing. And I feel like, to me, Lona is aware of his career and who he is servicing, because the whole like rushing, I feel holding on to people's attention. I feel that only works when you are turning out pop music. So if you're turning out pop music, dance music, hitting the clubs and everything, like that would only work if you like increase the output. But if you are turning out like melancholic music, if your audience is very, very traditional in the sense of like they consume your music in not in like they consume your music in their day-to-day activities, like, oh, I use your music to work, I use your music to think about my life, I use your music to do other things. I don't think you need to you have to rush, because one of the key things about a Luna album that I am looking forward to is what is going to be like the I don't want to call it theme, but what's going to be like the world behind the album, like the homeless album, like we know what the homeless album meant to him. So I'm looking at like, oh, what's going to be the world behind this album. For other pop artists, we all know it's always going to end in I love Plenty Women, drink. It's good music. I listen to like I'm not saying that that's not good music, but it's easy to sing about that every single, like you can enter studio and sing about that every single day. I don't know if you get what I mean. But if you are trying to service a melancholic audience, you have to really, really create great storytelling. And I think that takes time, because you have like people who are more concerned about your experiences. And for you to sing about experiences, you have to experience something. I don't know if you get it. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I agree.
I
Dante,
will,
what
can
are you
I,
saying?
yeah, I will add one more thing, which is like this thing of, oh, it's taking time. It never came from the artist, at least to my own knowledge, right? Like this thing that got normalized of people dropping. First of all, I think it came from hip hop, right? But it also came from streaming, right? We know of the numbers game. We know of people drop projects for several reasons, like when Future like did that. So like for me, I think an artist wants to make a project when they need to make a project, unless like it's also like contractual obligations. Those are the reasons, right? So, and that is not the context of every single artist. So if there's an artist out there who's like, oh, like I'm not binded by distance, I can actually take my time. And if my fans give me the opportunity to take my time, it's still going to work out for me. So I don't think it's something everybody should pressure him about.
Gingerbread, you've been thumbsing down. What do you have against the document?
Gingerbread, according to Gingerbread, what is he using 2 years to do? What is he using 2 years to do?
Gingerbread, you hold the time opinion. What's your thoughts?
I don't think it's part of the speakers though.
Oh no, it was showing me that he's in the speakers.
It
But
is there.
yeah, it's showing me that he's up here. So maybe okay, Gingerbread, you can speak. You can unmute your mic if you can hear me.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Hi, happy Monday. Welcome.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, because you two, you're sounding like you're echoing too as well.
Go ahead, Gingerbread.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know if Dante can hear me or Sleepback can hear me, but I heard what you were saying, and
Yeah, I can
I
hear
had to
you.
kind of,
It's me you were thumbing down now. Hi.
yeah. So I had to because the idea that we want to say that hip hop is the one causing the idea that people are dropping music like back to back. No, I don't think that's hip hop. I don't think that's hip hop thing. It doesn't have anything to do with hip hop. It's just that's how music is in general, especially from like maybe early 2000s. Like people like drop like a lot of music. It's not even like didn't even start with the streaming era and all that. So I think that started like quite a while back. So that's one. Secondly,
Mm,
I think that Luna, I feel like the idea of this mystery thing of him after going on tour and he has not necessarily put out, I don't think he has a major single out since the tour.
he
Correct me if
has,
I'm
he
wrong.
has, he has, is it
What's
Dead
the
Flowers?
single?
Is it Dead Flowers? I think that's the title.
I don't know, Shai. Maybe they didn't push enough or something, but I feel
No,
like
I don't
if
know.
you want
You might
to,
want to check the
for,
numbers,
for,
like people
for the
listening at the
way,
time.
oh, okay, I'll check. I don't know, but I'm just saying, for me, I feel like you should consistently like churn out like back to back. It kind of works. There's a reason why it works in our own industry. So, because you cannot put yourself in the American space. You are not in the American
Okay,
space. You are in
Gingerbread, I
Nigeria.
have a question for you. So you are of the opinion essentially that Lona should work like every other Afrobeats artist. You don't think that even if we're not like the international industry, we should have our own standards. Like not everybody in our industry is technically making the same music.
Truly, not everybody in our industry technically is making the same music. Facts. But at the same time, there's a reason why you don't want to have like you don't want to like put yourself or go missing for a while because our industry easily forgets people like they easily do, especially when you've not necessarily cracked mainstream success fully. And when I mean fully, I mean you've held mainstream success to a chokehold, like an Ashake,
I
like you've held
I have another
mainstream
question
success
for you
in a
then.
chokehold. Then you can now, you can now say, I can disappear for a year, 2 years without doing nada and pop out.
Ginger,
Even
I
this guy,
can we have a
I
back and
think
forth
I
real quick?
think
Like
No, I
So
actually have
like
a
the
Okay,
question.
let's talk
okay,
back and forth.
Belema, do you
Go
want to
ahead.
say something?
Yeah.
Belema, go
Real
ahead.
fast, I
Let
have
me
a
hear it.
question.
Okay.
My first question to you is that do you believe that everybody should actually strive for mainstream success? That's my first question.
I believe so. Here's my answer to the question. I believe that at least it should not be everybody, but at least 75% should strive for mainstream success because our industry has not gotten to the level where a niche artist can still eat, feed, buy cars, do whatever they want to do, like sustainably, consistently, without having to like hit mainstream success.
Okay.
Unlike the other
So,
atmosphere where you are, where people can play in bars, play in like comedy cellars and whatnot, and still be able to afford every goddamn thing they need. Like they can afford to pay their mortgage, they can afford to do whatever they want to do, stuff like that.
so
And they are not still like mainstream.
your opinion is mainstream success is important for survival. So the second part to that was then, what do you see as your ideal definition of sequentially dropping, right? And the reason why I ask this is because you have said
Sorry, repeat the question. I didn't hear that part. There was a gap.
No, I was
What
saying,
did you say?
what do you see as your ideal version of like a time period for dropping music, right? And I will preface this by saying you essentially said he wasn't doing anything in that time period. But technically, in that time period, he was on tour, he was doing all of that. But that's besides the point. Your thing was he wasn't dropping music. So, my question to you becomes, what would you say is the ideal gap or the most gap that anybody should have, especially in the Afrobeats industry, between a drop? Like, do you think it's 6 months, 3 months? Somebody should be dropping every 9 months. Like, what do you think is the right version of that?
So it depends. Ideal gap for somebody of that stature should be more or less 3 to 6 months max. 6 months max. You should be putting out music. That's the ideal gap for somebody of that stature. If you're somebody that's already like okay, like super household, then yeah, you can do 1, 2 years, even 3 years you can do. It doesn't matter. You can still come back and and do something and it still rock everywhere, basically. So yeah. Ideal gap for somebody of that
Okay,
stature should be three
can
to
I
six months.
okay.
Mio.
There's like so
Go
many
ahead,
answers,
Dante. Go
so
ahead,
many
Dante.
yeah, there's so many things in my head right now from what you just said. So here's the thing. I'm going to try and maybe just be open minded to try and see my point of view on this situation. The issue is not that you're wrong. That's actually not it. The issue is for me is about lanes and artists individuality, like their own actual context. First of all, on the hip hop point, hip hop is mainly where we have like mixtapes and albums at the same time, and those hip hop artists were dropping more projects. So I still stand on that, but that's by the side. Now, saying somebody drops their debut album and you think because they haven't broken mainstream should immediately mean they need to drop like another project immediately, it's kind of baffling to me because if everybody is doing the same thing, how do we get something different for the generation coming after?
I don't even think
Because
it's
if we,
that far ahead. I don't even think it's a thing
I,
of
no,
generation
I think like
after.
I'm thinking far ahead.
No, I don't even think
Be-
it's that. I think it's like, because people tend to jump either into the past or into the future. I think it's about a here and now, right? In the moment. If you are saying that essentially people should be dropping, because here's the thing, the reality is not everybody is in mainstream. So if you're of the opinion that people that are quarter to mainstream or niche should essentially be dropping every 3 to 6 months or something, right? What you are then saying is that the amount of music that is coming out currently is not enough, number one, and is not something that you think is
There's one more thing.
and
I'm,
like
I'm curious.
literally in the moment, like even if you forget what has been done previously or what you are setting for the future, what you are doing is that you are doing that whole thing where we've talked about fatigue, right? Where people are getting tired because if you're dropping music for me every 3 months, the reality of things, especially if you're not Ashake, the reality of things are people are going to get tired. We've talked about it on this space this year already, that how many times will Marvel drop song? And it's like, yes, his name is in everybody's mouth. But if I tell you to sing half of those songs, you don't even know them. Like half of those songs can disappear. As
But it
in,
kind of works.
Wait,
But it kind
Ginger,
of
half of
works.
those
Ginger,
songs
Ginger,
can
before you go,
disappear
Ginger,
and
before you
it
go.
wouldn't matter to you. So I think like in reality, we can't eat our cake and have it. We can't say we want a lot of music from one person, but then when a lot of music was there, we were complaining that this is too much and I've stopped listening to music. So I think there's a mix of that. But Dante, go ahead, and then Pepper and
So
Zigbar.
I'll add one more layer to what you said, then I'll disagree on like the future front. So my layer to that is even like the context of this man is he dropped an album. It wasn't a single. It was over 10 tracks, if I can remember correctly. He dropped an album, and I wouldn't expect him to drop something else 6 months later. Why? Because there's also the conversation, which is my addition to what Belema said, of album shelf life, right? How if you're already taking the attention for the album to something else almost immediately, how does that album get to go on to have a life of its own and get people to experience it for a longer period of time because you've already put, the attention on something else? If they are paying, like, it's kind of like, because I think that even though the music will live on forever, if we are talking in the present, in the moment, that just means if you drop a record today, if you're dropping another record in 2 weeks, you're technically telling your audience, hey, by the way, I have now pay attention to this. You can go back to that later because it's out forever, but now I need your attention on this. And it might be distracting from the message, from the vision, from like every single thing that they want to do. The reason why I'm talking about the future is because I don't want there to be a normal, like in like there shouldn't be a sense of normalcy in how artists move. Something I love about Ginger though, right? Hasn't, unless I missed it, he hasn't used anybody as an example. But I'm gonna cite this as an example. When people say
So
use Ashake
kind
as
of.
a no Ginger, hold on. Before you use the example, when people say, "Oh, use Ashaka as an example," I'm always like, that case is like an enigma. It's very, very different. It is very, very for him. It worked, but even people that he was working with didn't think it was going to work. So it is not 1+1. And I think that if you have conversation with artists on the come up, they oftentimes look at the example of what is working. But if somebody doesn't try something else and see it work, people will not know they
Wait,
can try
you
that. No,
said like you
Ginger,
said you
hold on,
said
Ginger, let me land. And I'm gonna tie it to something still lunar, as if people don't see something different, they won't be able to try something different and understand why something different is working. Now, my example for this is in the Luna documentary, which is Bizu. Bizu is a music exec. He could not believe what Luna and his team did. He never, he said it to his mama that he never really envisioned this actually happening. Not because he didn't think people would want to see the artist or something, but he didn't think it would go that crazy outside of Lagos. So for somebody who people hold in high regard in the industry and has worked with people that are well respected to tell you, hey, I would never have done this, should tell you that somebody doing anything differently should be encouraged.
Hmm. Interesting. Real fast, Pepper, you had something to say.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and
Hi
gentlemen
Greetings,
of the
Pepe,
greetings,
press.
greetings.
Thank you so much.
haven't seen you
Hi.
in a while.
Hmm.
Auntie
Yeah, it's been a
Pepe.
minute. Take back, I will knock you.
Oh wait, did you get your sub from feedback? This guy was subbing you when not yet. I'm snitching.
I
Sure
was
that
going to
I'm
say
sure
something,
that it
but you guys don't let
was.
me say what I was going to say.
Oh,
Sorry,
Dante.
Pepper, give me water. Ginger, what is
Oh
it
yeah,
that you
Ginger wants to
wanted to
reply
yeah,
now.
say?
Ginger,
Can you
I
please
please
was
go
I
land
ahead?
was
you.
Dante was saying stuff and I was trying to, the
Yeah, what
whole
were you saying?
idea that,
It's fine.
the idea that you have to, because you're trying to, do something new or change something new and stuff like that, that maybe the way that even with Ashake as an example, that the guys who were working with him or who were with him didn't think that that format was going to work. Are you kidding me? They knew. That's
Okay,
why the idea
hold
for
on.
dropping back to back was the consistent thing to roll him out, even because his so-called boss, his boss continued that way on that trajectory. That's how he works. He was a back-to-back guy in his own, him as an artist, not even as an exec. He drops back to back. So I'm not even, let's even take that away. That's mainstream. I'm going to give you an example. A niche artist, Johnny Drill. His last album was 5 years ago. But within that 5 years, he had dropped a lot of singles. He wasn't missing. He wasn't like people were asking
James, I
questions
have
like,
to
when?
disagree. When you because you keep saying it like Lona was not
Even
doing
that second point
anything,
was not it
and
by the
I'm
way.
trying to understand what your definition of nothing is, because that was one of the questions I asked earlier. It's like when you said he disappeared and he wasn't doing anything. He didn't disappear and wasn't doing anything. He was promoting the album that he dropped, that what, 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago. So I'm kind of confused, because for somebody to not be doing anything, it means he was sitting down in his house. That's and he like
Not doing
what did
anything
you?
doesn't necessarily mean like you're staying idle. It's not like you mean that you're not necessarily
Because like he
doing,
was literally promoting
no.
his album, he was on tour, he was. So I'm trying to understand, like, because
He did features, he did
is
so
your
many things,
answer
interviews,
is
so
like
many.
what you are looking for is that you wanted singles? Like, is that just the basic of all of this? Is that you wanted him to drop more singles? Because I'm trying to see what would have been the, like, quote unquote ideal, because he's doing everything that an artist should do, but all you're saying is he should just drop more music. Like, that's basically it.
Yes,
Okay,
drop more
fair enough.
music, follow it up,
Okay, can I
back
ask
to
a
back.
question, Ginger? Is it a personal thing or is it something you require as a standard? Because that I think that would aid kind of like how I view your points from.
What did you say? I didn't hear that.
Is it like a personal, like your personal experience in the context of Luna, or is it something you want as a general standard?
Well, I'll say both, actually. I'll say both. Personally, and what I expect to see, like from an artist that already had that held some level of, how would I put it? I'll say mainstream success, because a lot of people still that like knew, especially that hit song he had and stuff like that. So someone that held that and took that to go around the country with his album as well. I'm expecting that I want to get something else, almost like immediately drop something, drop like.
I think this is an agree to disagree situation, to be completely honest. Because let me not lie to you, if I'm going around the country trying to survive and do tour, and we're talking about somebody died leaving a show, like, no, no,
Oh,
no.
do you see the part
And
where they have to
like
put a car on the
you
boat to transport it to like another place?
like
You can't call that
you'll be
nothing.
fine. Like I'm so sorry, I'm actually working. And I think that's where I stand with that, and I think it's okay to agree to disagree, but I want to hear from other people so that we can move on to the next thing. Pepe, go ahead.
I appreciate you so much. Please, I'm back again. I think that I err on the side of where Dante is, but I also err on that side more specifically because it is Luna. I think Ginger's position of, like, putting out music a lot more frequently and back to back to back just to, maintain the overall general public's interest. I think it's obviously a strategy that has been proven to work. Um, but I think Lona, for some reason, seems to be
He's an outlier, to be honest.
yeah, he's the outlier in that sense, which is why I think his own approach will work for him. Because I went to go and look. I said, let me just go and get my timelines right. So he drops the album in 2024. I think this was like November time,
No, it
like
was
late
July. It
Yeah, it
was
2024.
was
July.
Oh
late
no, July 2024. Then
2024.
he
He does
goes
a
on a
couple things in
tour.
Lagos.
Yeah, he does a
And
couple activations in Lagos. Then he goes on a tour starting from February, and the last tour date was August of 2025.
that
Then
man
he
was on tour for
drops.
9 months. How many months?
Yeah.
7 months. Oh
Yeah.
baby, I beg, please.
Then he drops a single in July of 2025 or August of 2025. Then he has a song with T.I. Blaze that comes out in October, and then another song that comes out with Monarchy in October of 2025. So I guess we haven't heard any new music from him since October 2025 to now. So that's all
Yeah, yeah. So
4 to 6 months.
yeah, it's been like several
And
months. I can't lie. If you spend half of the year on tour, more than half of the year on tour, I can't lie. Somebody
Mhm.
needs to sleep, man. Like,
So yeah, I think the reason why I said that, like, I understand Juja's point of view, but I err on the side of one, Lona does not make traditional Afrobeats, Afropop music. Like, his music is very incredibly like introspective and personal and intimate. So if that is the style of music that he wants to continue making, I'm not sure that it is realistic for him to follow the traditional drop every 2 weeks, drop every 3 weeks. Because again, if his music is intimate to him, intimate things have to happen for him to want to drop music, one. And so for that reason, I don't know that the traditional style of drop every week or every 2 weeks or every month and a half will apply to him, just off of the
yeah,
style of the music. Because one, his style of music will never achieve mainstream success in the way that we assume like pop artists will. Do you get? Like, I think Lona's best, how do I put it? Like, his best situation is he builds a very solid like niche community in the way like an SDC does. I'm just using them as an
fair, fair,
example.
fair.
Yeah, like I just don't see a situation where again Luna makes music that is like it becomes pop as per everybody in the nation falls in love with it. It's like he will have moments because he's an incredible artist, but I just don't see him operating in the same way a traditional pop artist will. And so for that reason, I just don't know that strategy would work for him based off of just
Exactly.
again the kind of music that he makes. But then also, too, I think off of the virtue of the fact that this man toured Nigeria. Because me, even as I'm thinking about it, my head is still like it still doesn't fully register. Like I don't think people
Pepe,
understand.
if you think about it, like we've talked about a million times how much of, like, even when he was in the middle of the tour, we talked about how big of a deal this was, right?
Yes.
And I think the better conversation now that he has dropped this documentary is really a what next, right?
100%.
That's
But
really
my
what the
point
conversation
in
should
bringing
be.
that out is like, when Ginger is talking about like maintaining public interest in you, right? A big part of that is touring, right? A big part of that is like being able to perform your music in front of people. And unlike all the other artists that we have, where for the most part, they keep their activations to a Lagos, a Port Harcourt, maybe a couple, maybe Abuja, maybe a couple cities in like the east, like Enugu, or so like maybe like 4 to 5 cities. They say they want to do tour in Nigeria, they'll maybe do 4 to 5 cities, and that's it. This man did a lot more than that. So and he sold out practically all of them. So I think he has a better chance of holding people's attention than a person who doesn't attempt to do the thing that he did. Do you get what I
Yeah.
mean? So like
I
for people
think
who had the opportunity to see him in Zaria, the person who had the opportunity to see him in Ibadan or
in
wherever else,
Makodi,
in Makodi, they're a lot more invested in him and his music as opposed to a person they never get to see. So
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like that's this specific stance I have is very specific to Lona.
to
I don't
Luna.
know that
I
there's
think,
very many artists that I would err on the same side for.
yeah. I think a better conversation to be having is not where has he been. It's really what should we expect next. That really is the conversation to be having. Is if we want to talk future state, we should be talking what should we be expecting next? What should we be looking forward to as far as Lona? Now that he has dropped this documentary, looking forward, should we be expecting an EP in like 2-3 months? What should we be looking
Not
forward to hearing
to
from him?
not
But
to say anything crazy, but the A&R for Luna's first project, Tolu Daniels, shout out to Tolu,
Oh yeah, sure.
may
shout
or
out
may
to
not
Tolu
have
for real.
made a tweet that alluded to a future Luna project. So that's what we shall be expecting next.
Can I
Because
And you
can I
know
it's
add
what? Maybe
something?
that would be the answer to Gingerbread's question of what has he been doing. He has been working on another project. Gingerbread, that's what he has been doing.
I just like I know some of you might remember this, but like I I keep hammering on the intention and the people around him and how they were so serious about what they were doing. He actually dropped a song, post the tour with Tia, the one where it was like, "Oh, I'm on the road 24/7." There's a line there where it says, "Only do the things I know they cannot do," and lines talking about the money and just the decisions he's making, irregardless of
Yeah.
that. Now, this is why that's
yeah,
important is because
so
during the nationwide tour, apparently, which he tweeted, he had an opportunity to tour with Friday, I believe, because they had a song together, do a North American tour and open for him. And Rejected is like, hey, let me do this thing in Nigeria because this is as much as Lona have been around for like a long time before he got, the shine. This is still his building. This is still him laying his foundation for his like, career coming forward. So he was able to say, all right, no to this, let me do this. Even I remember Taj coming here at the point that they were even trying to book Lona in Canada, and the same are like, no, we are still
Okay.
focused on Nigeria
On
right now. So like,
Nigeria.
it's a
And
very
that's fair.
intentional like thing that happened. But I know we want to cut off this topic, but the reason why part of this is very interesting to me is like the concept of this might be some of because they're execs, some of the familiar with the concept of a middle class artist or what that is. But I wonder what a middle class Nigerian artist is, or what that conversation would be like when we are talking of the money outside of when we're talking revenue, when we're talking outside of capital, outside of investments, when we're talking like building a proper, business, record business for an artist that has like the pipelines to generate money and all of that. I feel like they've made attempts to touch out all the possible points that even already exist, but we are not even shining the light on through this process. So like with the context of all those things is why I struggle to agree with Ginger, with this point.
Yeah. And I think that's fine. Nobody has to agree on everything, and that's okay. We need to round this off. Sleepback, I just wanted to give you space. Did you have anything to say to that?
I just wanted to add this point is success for every individual is different, and each individual or the person, we are entitled to define what we consider as success. If I build one house in my village, I'm a successful man. If another person build one house in Lekki, successful. Like everybody has what
that's a
they
very
hold
good
dear.
point. So we that we are here discussing for about Lona. Has Lona told us what his own idea of mainstream success looks like?
Yeah, like
And
he hasn't told us like he what he's chasing as
he
an
probably
artist.
thinks that he's successful already. So
Yeah, like
everybody
what
should
he's
rest.
chasing. Yeah, what he is chasing as an artist is different from what everybody else is chasing as an artist. And if this is what he wants to do, if he wants to focus on Nigeria, if he wants to give back to his community, if he wants to take his time out, I'm sure like that Homeless album is probably one of the most successful albums. When I mean successful, I mean like financially, because the amount of money that they used to make the album is different from the amount of money that they are making. If people are saying dropping songs every 6 months, these artists are not in the green. No, what people will know. You will shoot video. You will pay producer. You will do all these things. You will pay. Drew does not have to collect 50K or something. Joe collects in dollars. Do you understand? So
Yeah. I think
the the label game that people like that you people want people to play, it's a big financial like game. Like it's like you're like, oh you're like, not everybody wants to play that game because you are like, for example, Lona can afford to do this thing. It's a luxury for an artist to afford to be able to say, oh, I want to wait.
yeah.
That is a luxury for an artist. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
Some
Real,
like
yeah, real fast too. Like, 'cause, sorry to cut you, but I know, like, essentially to round all of this off, I think where we really should focus on here and where we should end on is the fact that we spend a lot of time talking about how artists are in a hurry to Afrobeat themselves to the world. They are in a hurry to jump outside and see what's next. But we forget that a lot of them do not do the work of building the foundation, right? So this is an artist that is showing you that he is building the core foundation of his fan base. He's gone to all the states. He's making sure people know his name. He's making sure that he's seen. He's making sure his music is heard. He's making sure that, like, I think when we say mainstream, we forget that, like, the mainstream is not just people that listen to radio. It's people everywhere. It's a core foundation that this artist has built. And I think more than anything, if you guys haven't seen the documentary, it's a 3-part series on YouTube. Go watch it. Go see all the work they put in
New
to
Luna album
to get
incoming,
this
sha.
far. And we'll be looking forward to the new Luna album. On that note, we're going to move on. Apparently, one of the brothers, Migwa brothers, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was doing a drop or a party or something, listening, and our dear friend Tensky was there, and there was a bit of a commotion between Tensky and Kataifi. My understanding was there was a confrontation about Tensky not coming to Kataifi's live stream, and your manager doesn't want you to come here or this or that or something. Fights shall happened. So I generally want to know, like, what's everybody's thoughts, what you guys think, what are the opinions? I'm very curious. I'm very, like, interested to know what is going on, and let me know if I missed any of the details here. Yeah. Sweet Party, you had your hand up. You were going to say something.
I just want to preface this by saying that I am not a fan of Kataife. Now,
I'm
I
sorry.
Why
do.
is why is that the prelude?
Why did you
So
say
so people so
disclaimer?
like so
Why is
that
that the
nobody
prologue?
so that like nobody will come and ask nobody will come and ask me that, oh, like, if it is me I will not be 10 feet near anything that Kataife is doing. Let's say whatever. I'm not a fan of Kataife as a person, what he stands for, what his fan base stands for, what his brand is. I don't care if he's going to give anybody exposure. I don't care if I feel like people need to realize that it does, like, no matter how big people claim they are, or like, oh, number one streamer in the, like, you have to be aware of what Kata Efe stands for. And for me, sorry to say, but Kata Efe stands for the Olodo uprising in Nigeria. That's what Kata Efe stands for.
I was wondering where this was going.
Kata
It
Efe stands
starts it
for
start it
Olodo.
starts for the reemergence of the Razites.
Yeah, like in Olodo uprising, like he
The Otondo reemergence. I agree with
see.
you.
And if you don't want to associate your brand with that, there's nobody, like, it's your choice. And if people want to join his streams and want him to promote them or something, no problem. But if you're a female artist, I don't think you should even be joining Kata Efe's like streams because people are misogynistic. They are weird. My own is if I I I will not, if as an Omale fan, if Omale is on Kata stream, I will not be watching that. I'm telling you, I will not be watching that. I don't even watch their skits. Like, to show you how I am thoroughly against Olódò uprising in Nigeria. All this shit is not funny. It's not funny. Like, now, secondly, because of his part of the Olódò uprising, he lacks tact. He lacks tact. Just because somebody says they don't want to talk to you, you start being throwing tantrums. Like, you like, brother, nobody cares. Like, people can say no to things. It's not by force. It's not by force. You can have a billion, and you can have like a billion streams. You can do crazy things. People will still tell you no. And I think it's also like a Nigerian mentality that, oh, if you're a big person, you're not supposed to collect rejection. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, nobody is
So
allowed to tell you
in
no.
this context, sorry, I'm hearing some scraping. In this
Yeah.
context, essentially, Kata Efe is the big person that nobody should be telling no, and his anger is at the fact that Tensky said no.
Yeah, like, so, see, in any context, I would tell Kataefe no. Any context, if like, any context, even if I'm going to make 100 million naira, 200 million naira, I can never sell my soul to the Olodo uprising that is happening in Nigeria. I will not
And
do
you
it.
know what? I stand
I will
behind
not
you.
do it.
I
Sell my
support
soul is
you.
crazy. Like people are really. I thought we were gonna be like civil about this topic, but like this guy
I
came
am,
in
see,
Civil.
you
What
people,
do
Okay,
you
no,
all
but
blazing
Dante, no,
like.
but Dante, what is civil? What is
See,
civil about a
speak back,
person not wanting to be associated with you, and then you want to fight them in
You
public?
don't
Where's
realize
this?
exactly
Where's the
what's up
civility?
now. You even
speak
know
back,
now.
you will
You guys see
ask
the full
for,
video.
speak back, you will ask for 10 wives. God will give you 100 million wives. I swear to God.
I
please,
I,
my baby
don't
should
you
not
don't
hear this.
understand.
Please, my baby
You
should
don't
not hear this,
understand. They
please.
sweet me as they talk this thing. Continue. My mute my mind.
That's hilarious.
of all the allegories, I'm screaming, not like
Because why is it that somebody said no to me? It can't turn wahala. Like now by force say they go day your stream. Is it by force? Like, is it a must that they want to be in your stream? People can't recognize certain people's boundaries and say, no is a no. I don't want to be in your stream. Omo easy. Omo move on. Like, why you started saying your manager say this one, your manager don't say this one? It just shows that you don't have that sense. For real. The sense no day because I don't understand it. And honestly, I get it that some people don't want to be associated with a type of brand that way, which is purely normal and appropriate. They can choose whatever brand they want to choose to associate themselves with. And yours is one of it too, that they don't want to associate with it. It's as simple as that. If you don't take that simple, and that boy will go pack them put for that room where there was a bar, all of them were smelling in that room. I mean, make I not talk about it.
Wait, Ginger, were you
They
there?
smell
Ginger, were you there?
Lost boy. They go add 5 concubines join. I like the tag when you name. You get what you call them, Olodo. You get enterprising, man. That shit
Olodo
Olodo
wetin
is,
call am?
uprising.
Olodo
man.
uprising.
That shit,
I go use
man.
that
Like
word.
dumb.
I go
A
use
lot
that
of dumb
word.
people just they get famous, and I don't even understand why, but I don't know, man. I don't know what they happen, man. So this your term is so perfect, bro. I don't want to be a part of it, man. So they go out 5 concubines join for you normally, man. I don't know, Kata. Who wants to relate with on a normal day? If you be person when you just day normal, you won't relate with Kata Efe. Even a shank bagger, cause he knows, bro. This guy not be person that they associate with. Is insane. Like it's not
Okay,
normal, bro.
BSP,
Me, man, I not gonna
can
like
I say
associate with that kind of
something?
person. So I understand Zay. So I don't understand this why the guy is just like that. Like he doesn't know how to shut up. He doesn't know when to be intelligent. He's very dull. No, I don't even know why Davido went. Davido that caused
I
this problem, bro. Davido is the cause of this shit, bro.
I
Honestly.
have a question. didn't all of this? This is what was didn't Kata Efe beat Portable in the wrestling match that they did?
Yeah, they had
Bro,
a
That they
fight,
did
a
the
boxing match.
boxing
yeah,
match
Yeah.
that they
yeah,
did.
it beats Portable.
Bro.
Yeah. See, okay, here's the thing, right? So I get it. Okay, number one, it's just I have to try to be civil in a sense. You guys have touched on like the right points, and the situation for anybody, maybe I don't think anybody's lost, but basically, Kataife reached out to Tensky or something. I was like, oh yeah, come on my stream, and Tensky is like, talk to my manager, and he did not like that. And number one for me is like, why do people have issue with protocol or doing things the right way, which is
The right way.
yeah, which is like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not just between.
You they ask that kind of question for the lawless
He's
country that
he's
is
feeling like he's
Nigeria.
bigger, so he should just So she accept it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
just accept because
foolish thinking. exactly, and you know, he didn't just go to, oh, I walked up to the level 10 and I'm like, oh, I want an interview. It was, I spoke to the level 10. The level 10 says, you know, how's this thing be, and then you're not agreeing with that. Zay walks away, then Zay's manager, then it was about to interview Tensky, then one of Zay's like managers, I think, was like trying to tell Zay something in his ear, then Kataifi pulls the guy. So that's where it starts from. It's not just like, oh, you're saying no. Actually, there was like physical, a kind of
Yeah, the
aggressiveness.
physical part was what I
Yeah, so
saw.
like
I
that
saw
was
the
where people were
physical
now
part.
started like
And I
crossing
was trying to
and being
figure
like,
out
hey, like,
how it's escalated to a
and
fight.
then Kataife was like, why you just put somebody, I think maybe he apologized, but those guys were not having it. So it was like, oh, why, like, you want ginger for me or something? I'm paraphrasing, like something along those lines. And I'm just like, is one thing if it's just outright, no, I don't want to be on stream, right? There's a little bit of professionalism that I think should even come with the creative industry. And I get this is his act. And I get that a lot of people don't agree with his act, which I also don't get. It's not like I watch him. But like all this could have been avoided if you did things the right way. And it now ended up with 10K dropping or 11 dropping a diss track, which he said is not a diss
Yep.
track, by the way. He said he loves Kata. And also, I missed
So
there was a tweet
in
that came
the
up.
words of Pensky said, not a diss, he just paid me because I love him. And then he dropped the thing,
Are you
and then
people being serious? I mean, this is a
No, yeah,
joke. This is
on
not
no,
SoundCloud
serious.
I'm
there's a
so
this.
serious. Actually,
There is on SoundCloud
I'm
there's a
gonna
this.
pin it on
Also,
the thing.
apparently in 2023 or something, the lieutenant tweeted something along the lines of, "Why did I have a nightmare that was in the room with Kata Efe?"
Yeah, I saw that tweet, and he didn't delete it.
And I'm
Let me
like,
find it.
either dreams do come true, or and you know what? That's a joke. To me it's just sad because at the end of the day, like I don't know, maybe it's this obsession with like invisible like helpers or anybody can be a platform for you. But I think certain people don't think certain platforms align. And this is conversations that, you know, I have with people is like, that does not align with what this person is doing. And if this person rejects this, it's kind of like, oh, any platform is a platform. No, there's a reason why certain people would prefer to go to Chinasa and Camp than go to certain places, right? It's not like, and then there are certain people who can go to Chinasa and Camp and then go to every other place.
Where here's where I'm gonna say something that I think is very interesting. I think that we are all an evolution of where we come, right? So when you live in a society that is already predominantly based, where everybody thinks they are bigger than this person, where everybody's favorite statement is, "Do you know who I am?" It is completely natural that when they get into spaces that make it popular, they also feel entitled. So in that moment, Kataefe probably felt entitled. He probably felt the guy that was whispering to Penske about something was telling him not to say him. Like he could have imagined and felt so many 5 million ways about it. And he took it personally and he got physical. I just think it is very jarring because we live in a society that rewards that kind of behavior. So Kataede has definitely gotten followership from this, gotten some sort of fans from this, gotten people who are like, that's my guy from this. And then there are people who are like, oh, like sit back saying, oh, this is a proponent of Olódòs opposite. But at the end of the day, like even the things we don't like, we still give attention in our society. And so everybody is shouting, oh, ew, I hate this guy. I can't stand this guy. This guy is doing nonsense. But the guy is blowing in front of everybody because we engage even with the things we say we do not like. And that is where the problem is. So I shout out to
I'm
you.
happy to tell you that if I don't like you, I don't engage in anything. Yeah?
I
Yeah,
don't even
I
watch the
don't,
video.
bro,
I
I don't
don't,
engage in things I don't like. What do
not
you hear
one stream,
me?
nothing. I'm not even going to say, oh, let me even hear what you did. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear.
Everything I know about Kata Efe is against my will.
that's funny. That's funny.
So for KK, you said that against our will.
Against our will,
It
guy.
is
Bro,
against my
it's almost
will.
like
It is
this.
because I exist on the internet and you niggas are hell bent on telling me what he's up to. The fact I didn't even know about this A level 10 and Kata Efe. Like this is the first I'm hearing of it.
How I knew something happened? How I knew something happened was I first saw his 2023 tweet was trending. And I was trying to figure out why Tenski's 2023 tweet was trending. That was when I realized that like there was a current beef situation going on. Which I said, oh, market. You people could not have told me all of this. So what you're telling me is you went for a Migo or listening party and somehow you ended up in the middle of fight with Katarifi. That must have been
See,
so disappointing.
like for me, it's not even the fact that I find him incredibly Raz. That's my own personal opinion. And I just believe in calling Raz things Raz. But if somebody wants to engage with Raz people, it is your prerogative. Like you're allowed to do that. Like from my understanding, somebody said David has been on his stream before. Like he's allowed to do
Yeah, and
that.
that's
My
David's friend.
problem
That's
is
David's
when
friend.
somebody don't want to do. They have made it like there's nothing to even specify that Zay wasn't interested in the stream. It's the idea that they told you to go through the proper process, reach out to my manager, and then somehow you see this person at a function and somebody's whispering in their ear and you put your hands on them to pull them away. What the hell? Like what kind
That
of?
is
But
the
then
bigger
again, I'm
issue,
not expect.
exactly.
Yeah, like putting your hands on somebody, like that's weird.
Also, I
But
think
then again, I
we have
don't
to
expect much
start
out of a
speaking
Raz
again.
person. So Raz people do Raz things in the public. So I'm not shocked, but then at the same time, I'm also like, what the hell is that about? But at the end of it, after everything, Pensky just said it's not a diss and it's because he paid him. So
Yeah.
it actually looks as if
I
Zay
think
wanted to be on the stream. So
I think
It,
also
just doing all this.
it's fascinating that one thing Dante said that always stands out to me is that genuinely wholeheartedly some of these people in this quote unquote Oludo uprising are playing out a character. And it makes you wonder that of all the characters in the world that you could play out, why is this the one that you
Belma,
decide
can I
would
answer that?
work? And I think it's just because
Or is
you're
it
in Nigeria.
rhetorical?
It's a Nigerian thing.
No, it's
But
not
you can
actually.
answer, but I think it's a Nigerian
To
thing.
be honest, it's not a
It's not a
Nigerian
Nigerian
thing,
thing.
to be
Because I
honest.
remember like when I started like making buzz, be like,
Yeah, when he would go
if
and just
like
be barking at people.
exactly, so that if you pay, or even like Jello, like when Jello started doing backflips and just saying Jello yeah on like, there's something about the internet they love extremely like, I don't want to say corny or cringy because I don't think that was Jello, but this is the thing.
Raz.
Even like let's say 2010s YouTubers, 2015 YouTubers, like if you were paying attention, because I feel like I'm a YouTuber alone now. If
It's
you're
a
paying
lot of
attention,
prank videos.
exactly, there was so I'm not surprised that the internet loves this, but in the context of Nigeria, there's just like an added layer of just any honest. And the way it feels to me is like even streamers, like when you see them in interviews or when they talk about like the business side of their stuff, you see that like on stream it looks like a character sometimes. Even they've gone ahead to admit sometimes, like if it was some of them, like Marlon or like all these other guys is like, or adapt is like, oh yeah, like it's a like some people play character on stream
It's
and people
a
know, and
full
sometimes
blown
the
character that
things
they're
that
playing.
the things they do on stream is some of them don't take it to heart because they feel like, oh, that person was just on stream, unless they're actively like addressing an issue usually. Like, so this is the thing. So that's like my answer for that. And I'm not looking at Katafi. I don't think he's a nobody. I don't think he's not somebody that is not doing whatever he's doing for himself. But I think the thing I think people should more bothered about, right, is when they ask the question, why does this person have a platform, or they point to a pillar, and that's where I stand, and where it starts to sound like maybe I'm in support of it when I'm only making like observatory statements,
Me,
which is
I'm 100% on the side of why does this person have a platform? Like,
exact.
granted,
So now the question
granted,
of the answer to
everybody
that
can
is who
have
is
a
paying
platform.
attention? Who is paying attention? Who are the people that find it appealing? They are the
There are
people
people
who
that find it
gave.
like.
It's people that gave.
The Olódòs, the Olódòs.
But
See, see,
the
this
Olódòs you're
is
talking
this
about,
is
bro,
when I
if
say
you go to their comment section and go and find the Olódòs, the Olódòs are like well-educated people sometimes. The Olódòs are people who are like entrepreneurs that people work under them. The Olódòs,
no,
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 bro,
no,
listen.
Dante, hold on. Okay, when you land, I'll.
See, we could divert this
You see
conversation
this,
to
you see
even the
this
place of,
extrapolation that Slickback is making.
yeah,
I just want it to be known that I'm on his side.
okay.
Because I know where he's going with this. With this yeah, God. And he's correct. But Dante, please continue.
The people who pay attention are the reason these people have a platform. And I know this can easily shift to the conversation of taste and what you like and why you can accept this and can't accept that. I don't think we can really change the fact that the guy has a platform until he does something crazy and he gets cancelled for it. But at the same time, not everybody is gonna align with his platform. And the reason I'm saying that is because this shifted, because the conversation in the context of what happened between them is actually, they didn't say I don't want to be on your stream. That's been the funny thing, right? So it now shifted from this to this conversation of the UG thing, have pride. And they are saying that his decision or their assumption that, oh yeah, he's not trying to go on Kataifi's stream is being anti-mainstream and is being anti-majority Nigerian audience. That is like, it became a conversation bigger than it. And that is where me, I start to like have issues because
I'm sorry. I think
it
here's the
becomes
thing.
muddy.
If it was somebody from a different scene, they would have said it is that scene that has pride. Whoever told him no, that would have been the people that had pride. Everybody that would have been, that's less of a it's the underground thing that has pride and more of a automatic answer to their problem. The real question that I have here is because I know it's on Tenski's um SoundCloud. The
Oh,
question
it's not on his
is,
SoundCloud, it's on like even a different account, but okay.
yeah, but essentially, like, the question is, who has listened to the diss, and what did you actually think about the diss? That's
I
really
have,
what I would like
I
to
don't,
know.
I actually didn't,
Wait, there's already a this.
yeah, there is a
Ah,
diss
no,
track.
Tensky dropped a diss track.
He
Now
said it's not a
wow.
diss though. He said it's not a
What's a
diss.
lot foul?
But he said it's not a diss. He used to love me.
He's messing with Olódòs. He's playing with them.
And I think the reason why I think all of this is just it's a pile-on of attention is because the entire interaction was live streamed on Qatar facing, right? And so the part where he's essentially quote unquote fighting the guy is on his stream. And then there's literally a stream of after Pensky drops the diss, Kataefi and his people are in his studio live streaming their response to the diss. And so I'm just like, all of this happened in the space of how many days? First of all, Nigerians, like, everybody cannot be this jobless. We need like this is not reality things. And also it's like very jarring to see that all of this is being just put on the internet for free. It's actually kind of crazy. One of the things that the lines from the song that kills me is that he's talking about how um he Zayla is talking about how like that he gets some kind of men that follow him, and thank God say that they were not there the day that Kadaife did what he
I was
did. And
actually
I'm
hoping that
like,
nobody
okay.
will bring that up, but
Like, you know what? Fair. But all of these things, they happen. So I want to hear it from other people. Real fast, Dari, you've been up here for a second. What's she saying?
Also, like this whole thing is just interesting because I'm learning new things as I'm listening. I know there was something up, but I didn't know the extent um of the situation basically.
You don't know the extent of the beef.
Yeah, because I know that they turned down Qatar, and I saw that tweet was trending. So those are like the two things that I knew. I don't know it had entered like this and all of those things. I think the whole
Yeah,
thing
it has
is.
entered this track.
I think the whole thing is. It's funny because I think Character F is a character because like I don't even know where to start. I know I've heard terms like Olódòs pricing and all of those things, and it's funny because like there's also been debates where there's this Money Point CEO guy that was saying he was looking to hire people and he couldn't find people. So the whole thing is just I'm just looking at all of these things and it's funny because
No, wait, oh, please.
that's
Those are two
not the
different issues. Two different issues, please. But
I know
go on.
they're two
But I wanted to
different issues.
speak. But
I
go on.
know
Yeah, those are two
yeah,
different
two
issues. Yeah,
different issues.
please,
I know,
please.
but like in the end, you also have to think about the demographic thing in the end. There are people that you are asking a question. Why does this guy have a platform, man? I think it's up to two things. Yeah, he executes. That's one. But definitely, I think there's there's an audience out there that's really into what he gives them, and it's weird. I know he's not tactful.
I find it weird. I find it tactless. I find it unprofessional. But that is my personal opinion.
Yeah, because like when you watch some certain things, you can see that sometimes it's like there's no tact to how he goes about certain things. And you're thinking, oh, like if you're really thinking about building like a robust platform, you should be thinking about these things. And I think there's also that entitlement that is very funny. I don't know whether he has always had it, but it seems like he has always had it because you look at scenarios like the whole thing with DJ Tunes, Wizkid, where he's vexed that Whiskey didn't bring him in because after he made a song, and I'm like, bro, are you eating off the streams of the song or not? Like, why are you? Is what does Whiskey have to do with all of these things? So there's been signs that
Yeah.
he's very entitled, and
Yeah.
uh,
I would say every time I've come across his content or his information, it's because of chaos. Whether it was the whiskey thing, whether it was the music thing, whether it was the portable thing, whether it was the 10 ski thing. Like, how can one character be in the middle of so much chaos?
he's very chaotic. So like, yeah, but in the end, you begin to see that chaos also sells too because like people.
And that's my problem is that I need chaos to stop
No,
selling.
chaos can't stop selling. So like it's crazy because like all the times that he has really been because to be honest, he has been in people's faces like sort of like this year heavily. I've seen more cathartic contents than I've seen before. And I'm just like, what's really happening? That kind of thing. So yeah, that's that. But I also think that the audience, they like chaos, but I don't know the kind of people that watch because, like, I think there are two different types of audience. There's the one where you see videos that have happened on the stream and all of those things. There are people that actually sit down to stream. Those are the people that I think I might have a problem with. Like, if you're consistently like on stream and watching it, I'm like, what are you gaining from here and all of those things? And people are saying he's a character. I don't know, but he just seems
You think it's real life? I think he tried something one day. He saw it. it was getting him popularity, and he decided to run with it.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing about content in the end too. It's like you put out. It's like I think it's also sort of like related to music, where you put out a certain type of song, it hits, and then you now want to try to replicate that kind of thing consistently. So,
yeah.
yeah, but
Mm.
it's
Yeah, I wanna give other people a chance to speak real fast. There'll be Slickback, Ginger, and I don't know BSH if you wanted to say something, and we'll just end off this topic and move up to the bull of the bull list. Um,
Okay, yeah.
Slickback,
I wanted
please go
to
ahead.
I wanted to just clarify that when I mean Olodo uprising, I don't mean people that do not go to school. Because Dante talked about, like, if you look at his comment section, you see people that are running successful entrepreneurship, like people that have PhDs. People, you can have PhD, you can still be an Olodo. To me, we live in a country whereby we see our top politicians, we see all of them, they pack degrees, they are doing nonsense. And the issue of why I said that I do not stand for it and why I consider it as selling your soul is because I think about to what end, what is the consequence of this? The reason why our society, I don't want to go philosophical, but the reason why our society is the way it is today, the reason why we have a Donald Trump, the reason why chaos is happening everywhere, we can tie it to the butterfly effect of the early YouTubers. I won't lie to you. When you do outrageous, stupid things and not get consequences for your actions, you are, and you reward bad behavior, it's going to propagate. And that's why I said it is the Olodo uprising. Is because this Kataife as a human being and as a brand and whatever he stands for does not benefit the Nigerian society in any way. It does not benefit anybody in any way. If you ask me, it's a cancer. It's just a cancer. That's why I said I will never stand for he represents. I really like, because you have to ask yourself, what are the type of content that he makes? What are the type of jokes that his audience finds funny? What are the type of message he's trying to pass across? People are saying he's a character. I don't give a fuck what the character is. I don't care whether he's a made up character. Um, what when the white people were doing blackface and they were doing minstrel, it was to them it was art. But we need to understand, like, what are the implications of that? Like, this is he
Yeah,
performs minstrel. He is a minstrel. Like, this is
he,
minstrel. Like, this is what it is.
he's doing crazy things that do not you know how you look at somebody and you just know this is not real life
Yeah,
because
like,
this surely cannot be real life.
this is what it is. And you look at the people that are watching these things. If they like, let them be academically great. Let them be top 1% of their school. Let them be doing anything. They are still not going to add value to the society because this is what they stand for. So when they go into society, they are going to propagate all these harmful beliefs, all these harmful traits, all these entitlements, all this. This is why our society is where it is. Now, back to Darius' point about, the home. I don't want to go to the home money point because that's not music, but like, the reason why I do not like his audience is just because these are the people that are holding Nigeria back. That is just how I feel about it. Because they don't have sense. When I mean sense, they don't have
They
common
they
sense.
engage with they engage with what you don't
Yes,
consider
they cannot
value.
make, yes, they cannot get to a logical and they don't have critical thinking in their head. That's where it is. They cannot make
Okay.
logical decisions. They don't have critical thinking. They don't have anything. Even if they read, even if they are they know organic chemistry, everything, they don't have critical thinking. They cannot think for themselves that, oh, how does this benefit my life in any way? And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of streaming and
Of
streaming culture.
streamers. Yeah.
I don't know whether I'm because I'm pushing 30 now. I'm an old head, but I have never been a big fan of streaming. I do not like ATTWSpeed before. I still don't like him now, even though he has rebranded. I don't care. If you like, he should do whatever he wants to do. I I don't like him
You're
now.
not interested. That's
I'm
fair.
not interested. When I say that people sell their soul for this thing is just because something is giving you money, just because it is selling. It is the devil. It is the devil.
Okay.
Your
Please,
old head is beginning to show.
please.
Uncle
I'm
Slickback.
very passionate about this topic. I'm surprised
Brother
Dante did not
Slickback.
know I'm passionate.
How old are you, sir?
I'm
No,
passionate
no,
I'm
about
sure
this
you
I
topic.
don't
know
believe
it's
I
the
know, I
devil,
know,
sir.
Is
I
the
have been
devil is
feedback
crazy.
30
Uncle
years
Slickback,
ago.
hope not.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but like, I know how passionate Stickback is about this topic because we have spoken about it. But I would just
Okay.
aid your argument by saying the way
So,
to go is like, the, I think you said streaming, but don't generalize. There's actually a lot of education now, like streaming. There's actually like
I think that
different
people
styles of
people will
streaming.
find what they like.
Yeah, so then
But
when you find, there's,
the issue is
for
finding the
instance,
thing.
don't you like
I
when
want to
fancy
let
streams?
I, I want to let
Dante is
Ginger
selling this
rest.
thing too
Yeah, I
hard.
want to like
Wait,
there's
what
Yeah,
am I
nothing to
selling?
do with
Dante,
all of it. I want to let
you
Ginger
are,
rest.
you are selling it.
What am I selling? Sorry, also selling
Please, wait, just
or
hold
which
on, hold
which
on.
selling are you talking about?
No, because what you're doing, obviously that's what you're doing. Because you're telling Flickback that, oh, there's still some educational, and the boy is telling you, no, I'm not interested in any of these
No,
things.
no,
You're
no.
still
That's
trying
not
to
what he's
sell it. That's
saying.
what you're doing.
That's not what he's saying. I'm saying that like
Anyways,
it's just like content creation, right? Before there was streaming, there was the
mhm.
Instagram. Stickback also did not support their skits. But I'm pretty sure
Okay.
Stickbacks might find another type of skits funny. So I'm like, don't just demonize the whole
I
like
think Dante.
thing.
I think it's fine.
I don't think Flickback is demonizing
It's not
every one of
demonizing
them.
everything, but I also think like you'll be fine if everybody does not like everything, and I think that's okay too.
But you know what? That's actually fine.
Exactly.
I just wanted
So
to be sure, you know,
let me,
because it's better like I hear from Slickback that is like, oh yeah, streaming as a concept, I hate it, and then I would now because I think nuances matter all the time and context matter all the
No,
time. So it's like,
nuances
oh,
matter, but I also think it is not on us to convince somebody a certain way. Like
oh yeah, no, it's not
that's
an
a separate
attempt to
so
convince.
conversation
It's
for
an
a
attempt
separate
to
time.
actually know
But
what
as
he
far
actually
as
means.
like even if Slickback comes back and says, you know what, I like streaming, I considered it. He has said his problem ultimately is with Kataife and the type of content that he makes, and the fact that he would even do that, even if it's a character, like that he would do that in the first place is the problem.
Yeah, there's
And so
nothing
I
wrong with
think,
that.
I think that like beyond all of that, like the crux at hand is the fact that like it has elevated to something where you're streaming a fight. The fight has led to this song. You're streaming the fact that everybody will be fine. I want to hear from Gingerbread real fast.
yeah, so I want to go real fast because that they don't eat into my time. Anyways, I just want to say this. First off, the idea that you're trying to sugarcoat or quote these people or paint these people as saying that, oh, they're playing a character and that the character might not necessarily be who they are, yada, yada, yada. It's a fictive. That's in, I know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, whatever character they're playing, for the most part, they are that character. It actually is part of
Like
them.
they actually
They
believe
are
the
that character.
character they're playing.
Yes, the character that you think they're playing is actually who they are. I've seen these boys, I've met these boys real life. I've seen them one on one. And this is away from, so they weren't having like the camera, the streaming camera at all. This is away from stream and they are still acting the same way. So how do you juxtapose on camera and off camera when off camera is seemingly probably even more than on camera self? I've seen it firsthand and I'm not joking. I've been in the same room and I've seen it. So I'm telling you that that character is actually part of, because you can only play certain character for so long that you can't tell me that it's not part of you or something like of that nature. Even the ATTWSpeed example is even perfect because the kid is actually a kid. He's a kid because when he started, he was like maybe 19 or 16 or thereabouts, something like that. And he was a teenager. And he was constantly throwing like, what's it called? Fireworks in his parents, and his mom.
In
He
his
was living
mom's
with the
house,
mother,
yeah.
with his mom,
And
his
he
mom's
told
house.
them
And the
to
woman is always telling,
he,
exactly. And that whole thing, and you think that's character. That's him being literally a kid that has too much energy and too much this thing and too much everything. That's part of him. He's not just a character. That's what that boy actually is. Just like he's playing it out with camera now. So, but now because he's growing or he has grown better than when he was a teenager, he has sort of like rebranded into more, the content is now more of like showcasing culture and lifestyle and whatnot, and sports again. He actually like really delved into sport. That's why I actually like really followed him, because he's now more football side. He now likes Ronaldo and
yeah,
whatnot and stuff like that.
very cute.
But even at that, you still find that cringe, a bit of cringe stuff sometimes that still shows up, that still creeps in sometimes.
Yeah.
The backing one, everybody just does the backing, all those stuff. It just sort of like there's a borderline. So you can tell. Exactly, you
But
can tell.
do you
And
think
then
that Tensky should have made a diss song?
I mean, if they don't give you spotlight, I mean, take it. I agree with you. If you did this, I agree with you. Do you know why I agree with you? I'm not even a Tensky fan, and everybody knows I don't like Tensky.
Yeah,
But anyways,
which is,
let's move on.
Yeah.
let's just
Yeah.
go.
Okay. We
But I support the diss track. Do you know why? Yeah. Because if you are taking the momentum to fight me and put your hands on me and whatever, and that momentum is already gaining ground, the only way for me to follow up that momentum is to drop something that will still not only fetch me streams and whatnot and fetch more distance to my side, but as well it will give you back. So yeah, I rate it.
Okay.
I'm a hip hop head too,
No
but
worries.
I rate it.
In the beginning, I said something. I said, oftentimes, when you come to conversation about this specific type of people in the Olódòs uprising, when I make observatory statements, it often starts to look like I'm in support of what they are doing.
No,
And
and you said that.
at this
And
point in the conversation, it has now started to look like I'm in support of what they are doing. I just
no,
wanted to clear that out.
no. I don't think anybody thinks you are in support of it. I think what it is, you know that thing where people are like, "Oh, let's play devil's advocate."
Wait, you didn't hear what Ginger said?
Yeah, I heard what Ginger said. But what it really sounds like you are doing is like, you know, when somebody says, "Oh, let's play devil's advocate." That's really what you're doing, because who begged you to
No,
advocate?
I don't play devil's
And
advocate.
I
No.
think that's where it is that, like, while you are not in support of the cringe, you understand that that is their platform. And I think it is also fair to understand that some other people do not give them that same level of like
Grace?
grace that you are giving them. And that's okay too. And so I don't think it speaks on you. I just think it
But
speaks
do
more
they
on like,
deserve it?
see, this is what I'm talking about. Why you think they deserve grace, Sleepback does not. Real fast, BSH, are you there? No? Okay. On that note, Sleepback, if you ask for one wife, what did they say? You have 100 million.
Please,
And
if you don't
plus,
want me to sleep tonight,
plus,
have we
plus
transitioned to
plus
to?
5 concubines.
Do you want to talk about
Yes, we're about to talk
since
about chicken real fast. Somebody asked a very interesting question that I thought was personally a hilarious question. But I'm not explaining, well, for context. I was about to be like, I don't feel like anybody needs the context, but for those who don't have the context, there have been rumors and scandals of the romantic kind that, for those who know Frank Edoho and his ex-wife, current wife, I can't tell what the dynamics are, but apparently that she's been dating Chike, the musician. And so somebody asked a question that I personally thought was hilarious. And the question was, do you think this scandal will affect Chike's career? Especially because in the Nigerian music industry, he's one of the artists that like typically gets booked to play at weddings and stuff like that. And I thought that was a hilarious question because I want you to show me one R&B artist that has not had some sort of, scandal, and it has not kind of, propped up their career a little bit or giving them some sort of popularity. So I thought that was hilarious. But what are people's thoughts on that question, and how did you feel about the whole thing? Do you think this is going to affect him in any way or not? You can go ahead. Sit
Okay.
back.
I wanted to say that um, as an R&B musician, I'm sorry, but you have to play the "I can still your girl" persona. That's what sells. That's what if as an R&B artist you cannot steal my girl. I'm sorry. Sorry, your music is not hitting. We all, I'm sure people that like grew up in the 2000s, we all like cared about like Osha. We even, I don't want to mention this guy's name,
Osha literally
but
told you don't leave your girl around me. Real
yeah,
player
like,
for real.
so, so it's the halo of, and the where me, I, where my own opinion is not even of the how will it affect his career. Where my own opinion is can a female artist survive this scandal? That's where me.
Bam! Thank
That's
you for
where.
saying it.
That's where me. That's
Thank
where
you
me.
for saying
No,
That's
it.
where
no,
me.
no,
I
no,
am
Thank you
at.
for
no. Before you
saying
That's
go
it.
where
that
me. I
side,
am
fair,
at.
fair answer the one
Don't
last
hang this
the one
ball
we did
for
the table.
anywhere.
Fair
We
answer the one we did the
See,
table.
Thank
see,
you for
answer
see.
this
That's where.
saying
ball.
That's the
See
board
it.
that
back,
me I want
see
Anywhere,
to.
back,
way.
That's rancha.
see where you go and put. Just see where you go carry put the ball for now like this.
But for musicians, like for male musicians, let me clarify that. For male musicians, no, this is not. This is management are happy. I'm telling you. They're like, why didn't we leak this thing earlier? Why didn't we can drop an album now? That's what they are telling him. They're telling him that we need to drop release dates before the end of this, and the release date should be like, oh, one sexual song about how they are bringing somebody over. That's what they'll be telling him.
You
So,
don't
I
understand
don't,
how I need a single, an EP, a project immediately.
I'm, te- this is not this is the boosting point. Nobody, for male artists too, only male artists, nobody cares. Nobody
Yeah,
cares.
but if this
Nobody
was a
cares.
female artist, you would like, okay,
We saw what almost happened to
Tiwa.
Antitiwa.
Yeah, no.
Thank you. Mhm. If this was Arasta, even the miniskirt drama self would be that they did
Exactly,
just because
yeah.
of miniskirts.
It would have been
Miss,
child's play. I understand. I agree. Don't worry. I dare your back. Dari, what are you saying?
Oh, I actually don't think there'll be a negative consequence on his career because if you are looking at the branding and all of those things, it's even tying into a lot of things like Boo of the Bootless, those kind of things. When you're thinking about his music in general, and I think I saw some clips of him at I think there was a movie launch where
Yeah, I think it
it
was
was
Call of
just
My
like
Life or something.
yeah, where like just like a lot of like women wanted to um take pictures with him. The thing about this industry, once you're in like the R&B space and all of those things, once the women or the girlies, once they like you and all of those things, and I think if you look at how this whole situation played out, there was like a lot of positive um, narratives, especially like from the women on the TL, on the timeline, and all of those things. So I remember seeing a lot of Instagram or Snapchat posts where people were saying, person where they keep malice with me or something. blah blah blah, that you don't know that they have already moved
I go
on
just call
their
Chike.
ticket, all of those kind of things. Yeah, so like I think it works well for his branding and all of those things. So I don't see this tanking. It makes him more interesting as an artist, because sometimes like with all these people that are in spotlights, people need certain things to hold on to pull to, and all of those things. And this gives him material to speak about. He makes him more interesting. So like, it's just, the whole thing is, I don't think it will have a negative consequence for him in terms of like, um, well, another thing, I don't know how much political clout someone like Frank Edo has and all of those things, but I don't think it's sufficient enough
to
for
affect
people
anything.
to, yeah, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
BSH,
think for the political clout, that podcast that he did about the malice thing, I think that's just
that
where
just came
he
back to.
political
I don't think
that
that's
just
even
came back to.
political. That just came back to bite him. That's all. BSH, you there? I think I keep losing BSH. I don't know if he's there or not.
Can you, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay,
How far?
okay.
Greatness, greatness. What do you think about the topic? What's on your
It
mind?
was the woman in question wasn't bullet, in this case.
She was being
No, no.
this malice
Rulers
sweet.
is contextual, Sha.
She was
It's
being this malice
contextual,
sweet.
given
So
what we've heard on the
she
timeline.
don't get booked.
Bullets is a state of mind.
Also, she will say she wasn't bullet if you ask her, Shao.
Voila, okay. So, so in this situation, BSH, what do you think about this? Do you think this is something that can affect Chike or not?
Uh, I don't know, man. I'm like 50-50 on it because from
Hmm.
what the last speaker said, it made a lot of sense because I know the women. I know the women don't give a damn. They love Tiki right now. It's
Like
only
my,
it's only the men that are having serious issue with Chike right now. I don't see
mm,
niggas from my timeline they swear for Chike. I'm like, nigga, that shit will not work. Just chill.
what would you do
You
if
understand?
your friend told you that, like, for example, they are doing their wedding and Chike is coming to perform at the wedding?
No, Chike not go fit perform for any wedding on that day. It's not possible. That's this is real for me personally because it's like me. I'm supporting Barton. That's the way personally.
Okay, okay, fair.
That's where I'm coming from. It's not that maybe I
Very,
hate Chike
very,
or
very fascinating
Pepe,
point of view.
Pepe.
Please, I just have a question. Have you listened to a Davido song in the last 5 years?
Stop it.
I'm just asking, no, no, be say,
why
just
are you
want to
asking? I
know.
want to know why you're asking because I don't
Ah,
understand the
Because you
question.
say, I
I
You
want to know
know
why
what?
they
Let me
ask.
even help you. Let me even help. I don't even
Can
think that
Davido perform at your wedding?
that question is a very valid question, but
Davido,
I don't even think that question is significantly important. Let me tell you the more important question. When you sing, are you a soprano? Are you a tenor? Which one do you normally sing? Because if it's
man,
obvious to me that me I paid money or we gather money as a family to invite tickets to come and sing, you will no come we sing. One go collect the mic from your hand. As how? Yes, as how.
No, free
not,
BSH.
not, not be your wedding. Now, if no, now your wedding. If not, you need to talk about your wedding. They ask me if my wedding when I know a person when they related to me.
No,
I say I no go date there.
this if you don't understand. Say I invite you. Say my guy, maybe they go this wedding. We arrive. Chike appear in that glowing suit. I want to say you come on my side where we
God, they
did table
sing,
eight.
running,
Go
running,
collect the mic
running
from
to
ya.
you.
No. I feel bounced the way the perform finish now.
So when
I
you
go smoke it go for
perform,
bar
Fair
for one
one, fair
side.
one. That time you go run the Amala, I
I go
respect
smoke
it.
it
I
go for one
respect it.
side.
Fair.
Go listen to Jeko or something. So married faithful
Solid
men.
man,
well,
a
listen to
man of
married
principle.
men.
A man
Yeah,
of
man.
principle. I respect it.
That's so
No, be only
crazy.
man of principle. We on a
Thank you,
shift,
BSH.
please.
Ginger, what's on your mind?
plenty in my mind, but we no go talk am for here. Anyways, Chike, I think Chike, how let's even say it now? Praise that the Joe was also a menace, kind of. So
R&B
R&B guys are
guys are
always
always there.
like a menace.
That was where you will find them.
So,
Wait. So are you
so,
guys giving
so,
it a pass
yeah.
just because it's R&B? Man, no. I want to know what's there.
No, 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 relax
It's
now,
So if a rapper
relax.
do am
Yes,
now,
it
if
is
a rapper do am, a
BSH,
different case.
BSH, there are two different things. There
relax.
are two different things going on here. We're not having a moralistic argument. We're having a conversation about will
Exactly,
this thing affect his bag? Yes or no? That's the
exactly. The
conversation.
music, that's what we're having.
It's
Okay,
not
okay,
It's
okay,
not the
okay,
about
okay,
moral part. The
okay,
moral
okay.
part
Make
is
no vex, make
not.
no vex.
Because we're not having the moral conversation here. You obviously you go not decide what will belong to the moral. But for this part, no, I think he's on brand. He's on brand with what they stand for and the kind of
not
music they
what they
make, the
stand
kind of music
for.
he makes.
So you think people will call him more? People is gonna get more
Kind
bookings
of,
for weddings?
I don't
He's
know.
gonna get a lot more bookings,
My bro, he go
Are you
double.
see?
I don't think
You
it's
won't even know
I
like
don't think it's a direct correlation, but I think his
you'll be fully
I
booked
really
before
want to see
December.
this
How
player
much you want bet?
for real.
How much you want
I think his
bet?
popularity
The
will
only,
increase.
the only way somebody mentioned something that was valid. The only way that this would sort of haunt him or some sort is if Mr. Frank has serious deep in legs in our space as regards people hiring and as regards events, what's it called, event planners and coordinators and whatnot, and people that are in the ears of the major, like people who are like major people in terms of hiring, then that can work. And I don't think
You don't think he's
he's also in
there?
their good
Yeah.
graces. Mind you, no, he's not in there. He's not in some of them's good
In the
graces
first
either.
place.
So
Okay.
because he too he's not burnt some bridges, yeah. So he can't even pull that much strings that you guys think he would have possibly pulled off to maybe hurt or hunt this guy's bag. That's not happening.
Fair.
That's not happening. I can tell you guys. So this one, if you say he's going to like that guy that made video, I don't want to mention his name. He's part of the Olodo whatever uprising that this guy said. I don't want to mention his name because his fans will come for me. The guy said something that, oh, from today your career is dead. Nigga, what the fuck are you to decide somebody's career is dead? Are you God? Hell no. That's not gonna happen.
Just one
That's
banger,
not gonna, in fact,
just one banger. Anyway.
if he drops the best music right now,
Nah.
and he shoots to even top five on turntable charts, my brother, he will go to Abuja and do 7 weddings in a night. I'm not
Seven
joking.
in one night
The
is
joke.
crazy. I
I just
I said
but
that
the
towards
part
the
was
August, and everybody
but
said they are
Belema,
listening to
Davido
Go of
was
the
doing
Bullet
4
album.
weddings in a day now. Davido
But
was doing 4
Obi
weddings in a day
different
in
now.
Abuja. He performed in 4 weddings in a day. He did one, he flew with private jet from Lagos to this thing, did ABJ, did somewhere around Kano, went back in the same day he was doing it. So, trust me, he can do it if he gets that kind of booking. He can do it, it's
I
possible.
love it for
All he
him.
has to do is do 2 minutes here, do 5 minutes here, do 2 minutes here, he's back, he don't bounce. So
I
even are just 2,
personally
3
think
songs,
that
bang, out,
I
out.
personally think that Chike needs to drop a single, but that's just me.
No, you have to drop Ogagos. If Ogagos is listening right now, Ogaga, listen, go and tell Chike, Ogagos, you need to drop a single now. Drop a single now. Not even start preparing an EP. As you drop the single start to the peak. Drop the EP. ASAP. Sharply. It's
That's funny.
going
I was screaming.
straight.
No be just drop EP,
President,
may it tap,
what's on your
may
mind?
it may it tap. If it tap, it go work. But if you not tap, it not go work. May it
Do you
tap.
see how people used to encourage bad behavior? People have been doing it around
No, na
for
music.
To
decades
be
Na
honest,
say
I
more
went to
no
go
the
and
emotion.
listen
Na say
to
no be moral
Boo of the
conversation
Bullets.
again now.
I went to go
Just the
and listen to
Anyways,
Boo
music.
of the Bullets.
I say
let me tell
sleep
you.
back. I be dey listen to running, running, running to you.
Until you pull your ACL, they run, they go.
But the
You run.
matter, they
Wait,
say the
hold
matter
on,
don't break.
Chris.
They say the matter don't break many relationship already. So be careful,
Yeah,
ladies. Be
everybody
careful.
says
I
that.
honestly think that from a music standpoint, I think two things are going to happen. I think his popularity is going to increase, so he's definitely going to get some bookings, but I don't think it's the Davido level bookings because he's still an independent
Yeah.
artist. Um, to a degree, if you want to call it. Because if I'm being real, all these people that are
I
trying to all
think
these weird labels, they're not really anything there. But anyways, um,
I think a lot of
but
people
go
are
ahead.
not giving Chike credit though because Chike been getting booked for weddings. I just think
Yeah, but
like
as I'm saying, I don't think it's going to be like private jets, two ends of the country in one night type vibe. I think you get
okay,
your
fair.
wedding in one day and then graduation in the earlier evening, that kind of P. Like it will be there, but this is also the worst time for that to happen because once they rain 80 people in Nigeria now, nobody will call anybody for anything. But that one is there. Anyways, I think that what's gonna happen is they're going to attempt to drop a single soon.
Mm.
But I
I just
think
want
there's
to tell you
only
that Chike has dropped
I'm
today.
right
screaming.
now.
Today,
Wait,
right now.
stop.
Are you
Are you
fucking kidding
serious?
me?
Don't fucking kill me.
Please tell me.
Guy, are you serious?
Tell me that
Stop,
it
Guy,
actually
you
has.
Looks
serious?
like you cannot be
I'm
serious.
I
Chike
serious
think
is
it's
with you.
fucking
I went to
crazy.
go and
that
check it. No, 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 no. Chike has, Chike has dropped.
is a
Chike has
lie.
dropped.
I
hold
go
Chike
on.
check
has
I
out.
dropped.
love
It
this
it
so
up, it
much.
up,
I can't listen. I can't listen
it
because
up.
I'm here, but
I'm
he just,
screaming.
I
He
don't,
just
you know,
dropped.
What the
Okay,
fuck did
wait.
he drop? What's it called?
Is this for real?
pity
I'm
my
leaving.
soul. Pity my soul.
Oh,
That's
that's the
what.
tweet that he tweeted a day ago.
Such a Nigerian
These
man
niggas, man.
to do something bad and then say pity my fucking
It's even
soul.
on PTM,
Yeah,
bro.
you go
Oh
like
my
pity this
god.
boy.
This is crazy. I saw that tweet, but I didn't know
So
that it
on
was.
brand.
I was just like, this
Oh
guy is
my
acting
god.
crazy, people.
Why is he
He said,
doing this?
he said we should pity him after he don't chop another man's wife. No shaking, we go pity you. No
I'm actually
shaking.
crying. It's
I'm
the fact that I'm
crying,
actually like,
please. This is
Chike, please.
fantastic. This is what I'm here for.
Please, guys. He disappeared on us. He went to go and listen
Please.
to the song.
What was no? I was actually trying to figure out what his handle was because I searched it on Spotify but I can't find it. But I know it's usually like a US thing. Um,
His
but
Twitter handle,
yeah, what's his Twitter handle?
official chicken.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, it's probably the unofficial one should not step up. Love it. Um, no, but I think that actually, you know what? I want to do something. I'm going to hold my submission.
Thoughts? Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play this thing, and then I'm going to come back and tell you if it matches what I was
Please, Belava,
listening
give
to.
us live listening. Give us live listening,
Actually, hold
please.
on. I
Please
had.
give us live.
I'm trying
I
to
beg,
see.
I beg, I beg, give
Let me
us.
see. Let me check it tonight. Because I know it's not on Spotify. Because my Spotify is American.
Yeah,
That's
we
why.
us
Um.
Is
we're
on
in the North
Spotify.
Yeah,
America,
It's
so
showing us North
we're
American folks pre-save, so I think until it hits,
yeah, so hit me.
then
But you know what's
you-
so funny is that I hadn't seen the song. What I had seen was the Call of My Life movie premiere thing, right? And they had like a special viewing where they had like a specific theater that they bought out where you could watch Call of My Life with Chike. And I think it was yesterday. And when I tell you I saw this poster and I said, what the hell? Like, what is going? I was like, I know we have not come to this level. I know this is not what we're doing right now, where we are telling people to show up to a movie theater to watch a movie with chicken. Like, him dropping this now is so funny to me.
honestly, but here's the thing though, I don't feel bad about that because I think I don't feel any serious type of way because if he was one of the people because they're doing that watch along thing, if he
Mm-hmm.
was one of the people that they picked to begin with, I don't think anybody would have been like super surprised because it fits into the love romance like
Yes,
maybe there's like a
aesthetic.
song of
Okay.
his
No,
that they included.
apart from that, he's sort of associated with
With
with the filmmakers people
Blumhouse,
like
okay.
David, yeah, the filmmaker. So he has like a relationship with them.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
not
Do you
that's not
get?
surprising
So
to
it
me.
makes more sense.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Well, I was trying to see if I can find the song, and I think I found it. But hold on, I'll come back to this. But let me see if this is it, I will let you know in a second. But does anybody else have any submission towards this? Pepe, how you feeling?
how do I feel about Chike?
Never mind. I don't know why I asked that stupid question. I know how you feel about chicken. Me, I already know how you
That
feel
man
about
told
chicken.
you what is it that he said in that song? He said when you meet your body, your got so cool. So he told you what is. I don't have like for me. All I know is that this whole yarns about, oh my god, it's gonna fall off the way. I beg, shift. People should shift. That man, nothing is changing for him for the most part. People that want to hear run into you at their wedding, they will book him, he will go and sing.
Yeah.
That's the end. He will drop album. The people that were his fans before, especially when you now know that like a big demographic of his fans too are now women. You think it has not doubled in size since last week. They play. I don't think
Right.
much is gonna change for him. Like Slickback has said, and like you has said, like when it comes to men and scandals in the overall Nigerian music industry, honestly, we yarn about it. I think there's really been only one person that we quote unquote.
Sorry, Pepe. Sorry, Pepe.
So you think if it was
Also,
a
it is
woman
women
now, her
that
career is done?
DSH,
As for you
Yes.
mean if he came
DSH.
out tomorrow that
Sorry,
Ira Star slept with a married, she did not. Oh, please, easy analogy. What's the English? Hypothetical. Sorry.
Yes,
So if he came, in fact, let me not use Ira Star, please.
Before they clip it.
If he
wait,
Yes,
wait,
before they come
Pepe.
and say that I've said that Ira Star sleep with
they
married
go
woman,
change that
then
for you. They fit
Joe.
change that for you. Rich
Yeah,
people.
please. And I love her. Please, I'm a Sabi girl too. May nobody can't tear my shit. If it came out tomorrow that some artist, some female artist that you love slept with a married man, you don't things would be very
everywhere.
different.
Shirts
Things would
will
be
tear
very
everywhere.
different.
Go. Yeah. Yeah.
Things would
It
be
would be
very,
very,
very
very
different.
different. I
In
talked
what
to
way? In what way? In what way? I want to know. In what way?
Ah,
this. Let's not go
you want
there.
us to
We are
really
in
dissect
Nigeria.
this
That
today?
is that is
You
self-explanatory.
really want us
That
to
is
dissect this?
We're not dissecting that. Just know
Okay.
that it will be different.
It will be
Um,
different, please. Let's be
it will
honest.
shall be different.
I have
And these
returned.
bookings that Chike is going to get,
Um,
now women, they control
the
the
song.
Yes,
bookings,
now.
mind you.
Yeah.
Now women,
Sorry.
Yes,
Also, I
uh-huh.
now.
want to say
So
that
you get,
I like the song in question is with his brother.
Yeah.
There's so much going on.
That honestly, first of all, they also need to work on the fact that sometimes they be sounding like the same person when they're on the same song. But that's not why we're here.
Today is the
Um,
day that I'm finding out that Chike has a brother.
are you? No, don't do
Don't
this.
worry. To be
Don't
completely
do this.
honest, to be
Don't
completely
do
honest,
this.
when I
First of
found
all,
out
they
his
kind of
brother,
look alike. They kind of sound
actually,
alike. Like,
Pepe, I'll play his song so you know who
oh
his
my
brother is.
god.
Because I
and the
knew this
craziest
was
part is that's his older brother,
But
self.
I didn't know this was his brother.
I hacked it by I changed my VPN to Lagos for a temporary second. I heard the
I love
song.
that for you.
I also want to
Was he
report
sweet?
back that wait, before I even get to that, this popularity that we're claiming that is going to enter his account. Let me tell you that you might be. I told you that you might be disappointed because this song dropped. He posted it 8 hours ago and it only has 28 views. Unless they pull that thing down and just put it back up again, I don't understand how you can have 1 million subscribers and there's only 28 views. But anyways, that's not my job to
I
figure
think
out.
my only guess is they put it on private or something.
But then maybe I'm the anointed because I don't understand how I just said it now. But they should fix that and sort it out. The theme of the song actually matches my prediction. They were either going to lean into it or try to do that like forbidden love. I want you, but I shouldn't have you. Like, how can I have you while you belong to somebody else? Da, da, da. Which is kind of what he does, but in a groovy way. Um, Part of the lyrics is
Is the
talking about like,
song sweet?
yeah, the song is sweet. The song is sweet. The song is sweet. I think that if they
No.
add a video that now leans into that, I think it
Mm-hmm.
actually could work even
It can
more.
go.
Yeah, it can go for sure.
Okay.
Um, but you know, they see you fear those people boys though because once they start singing and they start dropping their keniko aqua something inside, if it's split it on top,
Hello, get
guess what?
down.
Screaming
You know.
hello,
Get hello, get
hello,
down.
hello.
Ah!
Okay,
Say
But nah,
Pepe,
it
that kwan
does.
kwan
Pepe,
It does.
kwan.
Pepe, check the jumbotron. Did you know that this was his
Okay.
brother?
Wait, let me see because today is the first
Do
day
you
I'm
know
hearing of
that
this.
I've heard this song
That
5 million
love. What's
times?
that song? Please, but I must say
Love
the name.
Ebugo,
Uh,
Ebugomo.
Before they say
I've
I'm
heard this
being
song.
tribalistic.
I've heard this song 5 million times. When I tell you I did not know this was his brother, I did not know this was his brother. But
No, okay.
yeah.
So when you hear the song, before you hear the song, if you just hear him on it, you think that it's just him. Like I've seen people
Mm.
comment that they think it's just him. especially
But
depending on the side. His part also was like pretty viral on TikTok. So you think he's the only one, and then when you watch
Wait,
the video,
his
then you
brother is
see,
song Love,
this,
Baby Go Mo Baby. That's him.
yes,
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the
that's
guy
his
now.
brother.
I wasn't aware.
That is his elder brother actually. Elder brother. He's seen him with 2 years.
And when
Wow.
I tell you, I was
His
so
elder brother.
confused. I was like,
I'm
what
very
is that
confused,
Chike's voice?
actually. Wow.
And he went to, and he also, mind you, he also went to The Voice
play
as
that song,
well, like Chike.
Pepper. Now that you figured it out, play the song again, but like just don't watch the video and tell me that it's not Chike's voice that you see in the first verse. Like you keep thinking he's the only one until you now see that there's somebody else.
But
Looks like him, but
there are
yeah.
two people on there. That's funny. That's actually, you know what? Shout out to Chike for dropping. I think this is beautiful. I love it so much. I love that he actually like went through with dropping a song.
I think
People might
my
say it's
bigger
crazy.
celebration for him is two things. If this wasn't already done before, and then you just like wrote it in the last week or so and put it out, props to you. And if it was already done and you had it in your Rolodex and you just said, you know what,
He
let's
had
pick
this
that
in his
one. Let's
arsenal.
clean this one and put this one up. Like, even then,
Mm,
props to you for that too, because sometimes people be missing their moments. And it's good to see
yeah,
that man said,
yeah.
I'm not just sleeping with you, I can also sleep. Yeah, let me stop.
Wow. On that note, Chike will remain the bull of the bullless, the bull of the person they are keeping malice with,
They said
the
the Buddha will
bull,
make you bootless.
the bull that will also make you bullless. Yes, that's also an option. He
And
will be
if you
the.
do anyhow, they'll be running to him instead of you.
Yeah, I love it, Joy. I love it so much. Shout out to Chike. I think Chike is a fabulous, fabulous artist. It's so funny because the other day I was listening to, and this was like before the whole Frank Edoho thing situation thing happened. I was listening to what's the name of that song? It's the one with MI on Bo of the Bullets. Beautiful song, lovely song, and I was like, yeah, Chike is that guy. And I think
Forever.
Forever is that song. And I really love Ego Ibo. That's also one of my favorite songs too. So
That is one of the greatest romance songs ever written in Nigeria.
shout
Argue
out to
with anybody
Chike.
you want to argue with.
Shout out to Chike for that song because I love that song. So you know what? Everybody will be fine. On that note, we don't see Chike for enough. At least no more than where he's already at. Onward and upward for our guy. I can't wait to listen to this new song. That is going to be interesting.
But he should double his security sharp. That's all the advice we will
Not
get
double
from him.
is secure. Okay, please, pray for the guy. Okay, we're going to talk new music real fast. Speaking of Lover Boys, Johnny Drill dropped an album after what? Somebody actually pointed it out earlier that it's been what 5 years since Johnny Drill dropped an album. I don't think it's been that long. Are you sure it's 5 years?
I did 5 years. He actually
That's
said it,
good.
5 years.
But he just dropped his
It's on
new
his page.
album.
Said it's been 5 years.
His new album, Before the Morning Light. I haven't listened to the
It's been
album.
5 years since a solo album. But people
Mm,
forget that he dropped that project with Don, with Jazzy,
with Jazzy, yeah.
Hard Guy Confessions in
Yeah.
2024.
That was a
But yes,
beautiful.
5 years since a solo album.
Yeah. Before the Morning Light is out now. I've listened to a few songs. One of the singles of Colorado, we already heard that with Young John and Ira Star. He also features Billy Joe, Fireboy ML, Tiwa Savage, Loj, and the myth, the legend, Nonso Amadi. Has anybody gotten to listen to the album or at least some of the songs? I heard the song with Loj earlier today. Beautiful, very lovely song. Anybody else? Yes, no? No Johnny Drill fans in the house? Nobody? Damn. Shout out to Johnny Drill, I guess. Yes,
No,
I
I'm
was
a
too
Johnny.
busy.
I
I
mean,
was too busy
but I
wading
just
my
haven't
way
had an
through.
opportunity to listen to the album.
mm-hmm.
I was wading my way through 70 tracks of pure rubbish, so I haven't had time
I'm
to
sorry,
get to
what were you listening to, Drake?
He's talking about the boy. That's why you hater.
Oh, whatever. 70 tracks
The
is a
great, the
great.
great, the greatest artist of our
Now,
generation.
so,
The
okay,
greatest.
lovely. Shout out
Thank
to
you so
the.
much for that painting that he painted of straight grass.
Tell him to start.
Trash. Another K-bot. You can't tell me otherwise. Another K-bot. Ain't no way around it.
Tell the boy to make Afrobeats because they're talking Afrobeats to the world. Okay, one of my favorite songs that I heard this weekend is by Kumi. Kumi is back with Confession. I tell you, this song is so beautiful. It's so, so beautiful. Did anybody get a chance to listen to it? Yes, no, maybe? Wow, you people vex. So what were
We are
y'all
yet to
Sigma,
talk about
what were
Sigma,
you
why are
right,
you laughing?
I don't understand.
because nobody listened to Johnny Dree and
This is one of the things that this is what's stressing me out. I don't want to say anything, but this is what's stressing me out because I don't. This thing that Benema is doing is like when your teacher comes to school on Monday morning and says, "Did any of you read? Did you do the homework?" When you know goddamn well they're watching Champions League final on Saturday, there's no way, no way anybody did
So,
their homework.
just to be
Stop asking us
clear,
this question.
what I am hearing here is all of you were listening to the boy. That's
I no
crazy.
feel like
What
give
do you
you.
See,
think? What
yeah,
do you
I
think?
won't lie.
no,
See,
You have
I
to
What do
don't
you
want
finish
to
think?
I no
lie. Let
feel.
me tell you.
I no feel like give
Even
you.
even when this phase
I did not
started,
even listen to
all
the boy.
what is in my head is Drake lyrics and melodies. Shout out Osamadi on Johnny D's project,
Okay, sorry,
Fireverse.
sorry. I'll
But
ask one more question. Did you people at least
mm,
listen to World Cup song Shakira and Burna Boy? No.
I think I played like the first couple seconds or
The
something.
Let
first
me tell you where I am. Let me tell you where I am with new. Let me tell you where I am with new music this year. I listened to Ashake's album for the first time yesterday. So anything that concerns new music, I don't know what's going on again.
Oh, Pepe, I
Sorry,
love
my
Okay,
that.
bad.
I
but
love that.
Pepe,
Please,
this
I
is
can
Pepe.
listen
Then I
whenever I
put it
want.
to you
But
that
yeah.
Did we
you do not rate your meme because your meme
did
dropped
we talk
it.
about Whiskey
That's
already?
what I'm about to
No, we're
say.
gonna get there.
Yeah,
Oh, I listened to
please.
that one.
Pepe,
I have thoughts.
your meme dropped song with
I
DJ
will
Tunes.
don't. I will listen to my goats. Don't worry. Sometime during the week.
Okay, who listens
Ghost,
to
Ghost
State of
don't also
Mind?
assume by that point, but anyways, did it? You understand?
Who listened to State of Mind by DJ Tunes and Wizkid? I did, and
I beg you all to please somehow manage to convince this guy to let somebody else write for him in the room. I promise it will actually be so good.
Wait, but it uses writers though.
But see, okay, maybe you need to write. You have people that's like,
Maybe not this song. I would have to check.
okay,
But
yeah,
a lot
okay,
of the records that have come
a
out
lot
in
of his
recent
songs
time that
have
people have
writers.
loved,
Jesus
there are
Christ.
writers on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think this song in particular, I'm not the target audience for it. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. There's something about this specific song that just it kind of blended into all the other songs. So that was where he
Hmm.
kind of lost me. But he it looks like he had writers for this song too. So.
I
Oh, did he? No,
you know
he
what?
didn't have writers. It was just
I
him.
have sentiment.
It was just him. It was just him. So, um, nobody has any
I
thoughts.
have thoughts. I have thoughts. I have
What are
thoughts.
your
I have
thoughts?
thoughts.
It was produced by Ozedikos, obviously. So,
Yeah,
fire.
the problem that people might have with this song is that they've heard it million times.
That was my
That's
problem.
that's
Thank you for saying what is.
that's
Thank you for
yeah,
saying what
that's
is
the problem.
happening to me. I
It's not
listened
like
to the
it's not like it.
song and I was
Yeah,
like, okay, okay. I was like, I've
it
heard
was
this
a.
before.
It's just a whiskey. Make a whiskey song. And AI prompt will just give you that. That's what it sounded like.
Fair, fair,
So
fair.
it wasn't really
Did you
anything.
say AI? You need to stop.
Sleep back.
Yeah.
What time is it where you are?
You're free sleep back, please.
No, no. I'm honestly, it's actually a good thing. Why people afraid? Just tell me where you are. Which continent are you on?
Because I mean, I'm on Earth, sha, but it's,
Why you dey whine me now? Because you don't have dinner this night because you're cooking
see,
right now. I just want you to
oh,
know
no,
that
I don't,
yeah,
no, I
yeah,
even,
chefing it up because that's exactly what you said. You just said it in that Claude right now for you because he passed the one where I fit talk. But don't worry, I'm very
Super
priding of
coach.
you for doing that.
I feel like the
It
best thing
sounds
that they
like
could have
every
done
other
for,
Wizkid song. That's really what it
yeah,
is.
I feel like the best thing that they
Sorry,
could have
wait.
done for the song was
Feedback.
like they could have brought in another artist to like just make like a contrast to,
I think my
yeah.
question with all of this is how many more DJ Tunes Wizkid songs do we have to get through? That's really what my question is.
Is he dropping an album? Because
Like,
that's
that's
already
what I
an,
need to know. Like,
Wait, I thought you already dropped the project with Tema Maforis. Okay, there's a different one. That's true.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out is how many more DJ Tunes and Wizkid singles do we need
talking
to?
about DJ Tunes. I think the best release for me this year is the Stingy. I like the Stingy.
Hmm,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank God Baba was not in that song, Sha.
you people
Thank
did
God.
not listen to Johnny Drew. You people did not listen to Kumi. You people did not listen to Shakira and Burna Boy. You people, some of you listen
I feel
to.
zero remorse about
Please,
it.
can we talk about
I
Famous
listened,
Pluto?
I
Wait
listened to
now.
some songs on the Johnny
Okay,
J album.
you listen to some songs. How did you feel about them, Ginger?
Yeah, I don't like, normally I like Johnny Drill, so I mostly don't find some of his songs terrible or bad or anyway, but I like the song with Lil J. I like the song
I
with,
liked that one.
yeah, I like the song with Lil J. Even the song with Angelique Kidjo is not bad. I like
Mm-hmm.
it. What's it called? There's this single, I've forgotten, something best. Trying to remember a number, either number 8 or number 9 track. I like it too.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done some random listening, so I picked out at least 4 songs that I like. So it's not bad.
Okay.
It's not a bad thing.
So you people were not apart from me and Ginger, nobody was listening to love song. Okay, tell me you people at least listen to Coyote's Ishel Lua.
Oh yeah,
Aladio.
I did. I
Hopefully
did.
she's not the year.
Aladio.
Yeah. It's a good song. It's exactly like
You know the way
the
you're saying it
TikTok.
is not something like
No,
you're
no, no,
not
no, no.
saying it
Like
like you
it.
believe it.
No, I listened to it once,
Mm,
but like it's just like because it has been playing on TikTok a lot, so
mm.
like it's just like I've heard the song
You've
It
before.
already
was
heard the
So
viral for
song
like a
before,
couple
so
months
yeah,
already.
so,
yeah, fair,
so
fair,
So
that's
he had
just
two
that's
viral songs at the same time.
yeah.
And funny enough, this was the one I preferred over Aimoy.
I like that one,
So like,
but
yeah, that was calm. But it is one I like how like the sample lands on the beat, like the
mhm.
drops, like the way it kept like cutting it as if when you're drumming and you do off timing, that's almost like what it felt like for me and it was smooth. So I like that.
Okay, no worries. Um, the album dropped that led to the fight with Kata Efe. Famous people dropped Street Therapist. Um, the album is out and it features Muiz, obviously Tensky, because that's how Tensky and Kata Efe had their fight. And it has Zeridiel, Marvel, Zlatan, and my girl for life on one of the funniest titled songs I've ever heard. It's called Praise and Worship with Brazy, famous Pluto and Brazy. I tell you, I looked at this album track list. I was like, what the, what the heck is this? That's exactly how I felt. So, did anybody listen to at least the album or some of the songs on the
I
album?
listened to the album. Me, I listened to the
Wait,
album.
sit back. I know you have a lot to say, so let
What
me
are
just.
your thoughts?
I listened to the Tensky record. I listened to the intro. Then I listened to the song with Brazy,
Mm-hmm.
and Jembe was a single. That's what I listened to. I
Mm-hmm.
like the Tensky song. The Brazy song was. I don't think Famous Little is for me personally. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where I landed. But then again, shocking to well, I'm not that important. I never really played any Famous Little song before. So this is kind of like my first introduction, and I was like, oh, okay, like I like the way he structures his flows. Like I think that's really brilliant. I think that's talent. But I don't think a lot of the stuff there is for me. But the song with Tensky, he killed the Tensky also produced that song, and that was fire. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and Tensky was
Did
rapping
you
on most of
listen to
it.
the song with Marvel?
I've heard it before. Yeah, I think that was fire. Again, that was one of those cases where they shined on that song, and then Marvel also like shined
Yeah.
like on that song. It was crazy. Like
Because
those
Jembe has been out for a while, I think.
yeah. It'd be out for a while. But that
That
Tempest
that one
song,
on
there
14D
was a
Road.
part he went like crazy um right before what's it called? Who's the name of the album? Thomas Puzzle came in where and the way it was I can't pay for no because I can't tie. I'm like, this is so brilliant. I didn't even know how Tesla was where he fits so many words into that space. And the song was very much a lot of words, to be honest, but somehow it made it work. And I didn't feel overstimulated. I was on the edge of it, but I didn't feel overstimulated. And so I ended up like liking the song.
Slickback,
So
you
that,
said you listened to the whole album. What's on your mind?
Okay. I just want to say I've been here since the rise of Charlie Poppy. I was happy when he gave me Zeridia, and I'm satisfied with Famous Pluto.
So, Slickback, would you consider yourself a champion of the Negro Brothers?
Of course, of course, of course,
No,
of
if
course.
Slickback is not anything, he's a Pluto resident like myself.
Please, please,
So
please, please. See, out of the three brothers, I feel like Zeri and Famous can give me a project. The first person, I don't know what he used to do, sir. But Zeri and Famous, no, they can't give me a project. You see this project, there's only one song that is where I don't like, and which is the second song, that Satisfied song. The reason why I don't like the song is because the, like, it doesn't play into Famous Pluto's strength. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but I just feel like he doesn't play into his strengths because they try to do like a kind of like a reggaeton X song but he doesn't play onto his strengths, which is right. But after Satisfied, everything else, oh no, 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 no. Let me start from the beginning, from the intro. I didn't even listen to Drake. Nothing concerned me with Drake. Street Therapist is where I was not concern me with people who are listening to Drake. I was a street therapist and I'm still a street therapist. Party no fit complete if they never play Uzama. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. If
Party
they've
no
not
fit
played
complete
Uzama,
if they
Party no
don't
fit
play
complete.
Uzama.
Ask yourself, in the past 4 years, have you been to a party without an Uzama song? Ask yourself, this is the dynasty,
Yes.
please, that
please,
party is not complete.
nobody is speaking in your direction.
No,
Please.
that party is not complete.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Just wait for it. Give me like 5 beats. Pepper is about to age shame me now and tell me that's why I've not heard it at a party. Oh, yeah, come, let's have it. Come on, come on, come on.
I don't get you. I was not even going to say that. See the way you don't project. Now,
But
Oh,
I really like the album, and I feel like, to me, like, cause one of the problems I had, or not, I won't say problems, one of like the concerns I had when Famous first came about, like, I was like, is he just doing it because his brothers are doing it, or is actually like a serious artist? Like, and I can tell you that I heard the first Famous viral sound on TikTok, the one that, the Boatman song that the sound that went viral and they converted it into a song. And I can tell you for a fact that that boy has studied. That boy has worked on his delivery. That boy has worked on his writing. That boy is a serious artist. When he first came about, we were on this space. I don't know if you guys remember, and we're like,
yeah, I
can you
remember. I
grow?
remember.
Can you grow as a musician? Like, if you do music consistently, can you grow as a musician? I want to tell you that Famous Pluto is a
It's
product.
proof that you can grow.
Yes, it's proof that you can grow as a musician. I want to start with the Muyi song group chat. Ah, God. Apart from what they were talking about, cause what they're talking about is a bit, but is a banger. It's a banger. It's a banger. Lakute, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, is a banger. Chose me. See, that's why I said he's a serious musician. He's a serious musician because look at the people that he's featuring. One, look at how he's allowing them to shine in the future. Two, even as it's allowing them to have space in his future, he's still able to like paste his identity on the song. Because if you look at the songs with this Z Level 10, if you look at the songs with with Marvel, if you look at the songs with Zlatan, if you look at all these features, you will see that yes, he gave the featured artists enough room for them to be able to be creatively free, but at the same time, Famous imprint is still on the track. Like he knows his strengths and he's able to, and I love his lines. Like I love the fact that he said that, oh, like for God so loved the world.
Of the
That's
world
why
that is sent mercy to
people
come and save us.
people
That's
are
hard.
saying people are saying that, oh, that is corny. Like if I listen to Drake, the king of corny, people should get out. You people should get out. It's a brilliant line. There was a song with Moise Ayomaf. Was Moise Ayomaf? Oh, I don't. Which song was that? But the one he said that, oh, I'm feeling like Black Bones, everlasting taker. Like you can see that. We can see that
He's studying.
yeah, he's studying. He's writing. Like he is writing. He's getting better. Like he is a serious artist. Like he's taking this music. Like he's not just doing it as a money making scheme. I don't know. I don't know. Like some people
Like
would just say,
it's still a money making scheme, but
no,
he's
no, no,
still
no, no.
serious
When I
about
mean
it.
money making scheme is like, some people would just be like, oh, because my brother is making music, like, or like I have like a bit of fame or so, like I'm just going to,
I'm just gonna do this,
yeah,
and
and
let it
like,
be money.
yeah, like he's actually writing, like he's actually being intentional in the storytelling, like he's actually being intentional in the music that he makes. Like it sounds like a serious body of work, and that's where I have a problem with the Oga of them all, because I don't see that level of seriousness in the way he faces like his projects. I don't know if you get what I mean. But for this project, like it feels like a serious like body of work. I love group chats. I love the song with Z Level 10. I love praise and worship. I love
Praise and worship is so funny to me, man.
yeah, like
I get the word.
it's just a funny song, and I love the fact that like he chose Breezy of like, would you would imagine that Famous and Breezy
Like
1 week
I was
ago?
so confused when I first saw it. I was like, "What's Brazy doing here?"
That just shows you that like he, for one, I don't know how that combination came about, but it just shows you the level of work that he is trying to, even if he's trying to at least engage in other communities. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like he's trying to push
Yeah,
his music into, like he's being a serious artist. He's not just doing it because of like, oh my brothers are big and if like he's doing it as, oh, this is my career, like this is what I want to do, this is the stories that I want to tell. This is the degenerate life that I'm living, but at the same time, like I'm going to
yeah.
make music.
On the new music, Efereka also dropped an album. She dropped a project, Eferogene. Did anybody check it out? It's been a while since Efe dropped anything, so I was wondering if anybody got to check
I'm
out
sorry
her
to
new
her,
stuff.
but when I said I left Famous Pluto to listen to her, and I was like, oh, I'm not in this headspace. I'm not in this
Hmm,
headspace.
fair,
I cannot move from Jembe to this place.
from
I'm sorry.
Jembe to Eferogene. You know what's so funny is that like I'm so happy that she dropped, but she like one of the songs on the project is with Shewa and Wada and Elsie, and it was beautiful. Like I'm happy for her. I'm happy because it's been a while. She did take a long break, and I think she made some videos talking about how like she's been out for a while and things with management and issues as most music people go through. So it was beautiful, and I loved the album cover that she like just used pictures of herself as a little girl. I thought that was beautiful. You people did not listen to Kumi's Confessions, so maybe you listen to my second favorite song that dropped this weekend, TML and Victoni. Did anybody check that out?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
Anywhere they put Victoni, you know I'm there. So yeah, feels
Anywhere,
like
me
I'm
too.
there to.
Anywhere between is I appear because
Yeah,
that guy does
anywhere
not
between
miss.
that's where I am. So it was
You
beautiful.
know, the boy know they miss verse. Like I've never seen Victoni miss on a verse, like him being featured and he misses on that verse. Like, and he elevated the song. Like he wasn't
Yeah,
just a feature on the song. He elevated it. The moment his voice came on, I'm like, this is it. This is it. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
was
Immediately
an
I heard.
enjoyable lesson. I liked it.
Yeah, immediately I heard. Like I already liked the intro to the song. But immediately I heard Victonia's voice. I was like, okay, okay, this is why we are here. This is what we are here for. I love this. So shout out to Victoria as always. Also trust Victoria to remind us that he's stubborn. If Victoria does not remind us he's stubborn, he's not
Either
singing
he's
good.
stubborn
Oh,
or he wears Dunlop or there's this eye that he does. And can I
Mm.
have this episode to complain about Victoria once again?
Ah, please no. We are not here to complain.
Alright, no
I
problem.
just, I just want to, I just want to
I'll reserve it.
point of information. I just thought about it like recently. Like, if you remember, like the original Stubborn cover art, like, with when they released the song as a single, like it was a goat in the cover art, right?
It was so
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, it's too good. So
It
yeah,
wasn't album, it was the single though. Him and
yeah, yeah,
Asake.
yeah, yeah, the single. I just want to say that it's a double entendre. Yes, they are stubborn, and at the same time, they are too good. The greatest of all time. So that's what. So,
Okay.
I thought that
Love
was
that.
obvious. I actually thought you were going to point out the fact that Asake post that is now Giron, which means the same thing. But
really?
yeah,
Mm.
that's what it is. So they both have this stubborn thing going for themselves. Actually, it's just one is translated. Sorry, that
Okay.
was a joke, but never mind.
Yeah, true. Kind of. Ashake calls himself stubborn. The Giro
Yeah,
part is
yeah.
a
He even
stubborn.
even says stubborn on
Mm,
songs now. Asake says that
mm,
not just
Yeah.
Giron,
he's
but
also
yeah.
stubborn. Sort of.
Okay. Okay. Love that.
That's
Love
why he says,
that.
I get Ogba. I guess, yeah, I get Ogba. Ogba for Yoruba means like, I get Chris for head. That's
I don't know
Ogba.
why. Forgive my translation. I don't know why I thought Giron was strong head, but
It's still
that's
the same thing
it's
though.
still the same
Stronger
thing.
than
Okay.
stubborn is the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Okay. Because
same
I was
thing,
like,
strong,
I was
stubborn, all
like,
those, yes.
It's just like the phrase is just a synonym, you get. So yeah.
no worries, no worries. Kiz Daniel also dropped with Kiza. I mean,
Wait,
Yeah,
is
that's
Gazi.
that a
not him.
job?
It,
Yeah,
it's
Kiz
not
Daniel
him.
dropped.
Like somebody else dropped, but like they featured
Ah,
him.
Featuring Kiz Daniel.
okay.
Okay.
But he's
Okay.
being pushed like a Kiss
I
Daniel
won't
song.
fear. Once is that a drop, I never see in my wife dance. Yeah.
Ninja, I think you might actually like this song because
Really?
like yeah. So like the guy on it, not that I know much about him. It really, I feel like he performed in such a way that it will appeal to you. I think you really like
Then
the
I'll
song.
listen.
So
I'll listen to it. I'll
yeah,
listen to
actually,
it.
when I first saw his name Gazi, I thought it was Empire's Gazi, and I was confused.
I was so confused also because it wasn't spelt like that.
Yeah,
So it was
that's a
like G4ZI
yeah G
or
for
something.
Z.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's a really nice song, and Kizania is
Name of the song
yeah
is Energy.
yeah.
I love Western Boys. I don't know if you guys know Western Boys.
I know of them.
Yes, Children of Omale. I'm there. So
Is that the song title? Wait, okay, that's not
no,
the song title.
that's an artist. Those are like they are two people. They're
Oh,
yeah,
you think Western Boys are Omale coded?
of course.
Oh, okay.
You don't think
Wait,
so?
are they from PH?
They are from PH.
Okay,
Yeah.
then maybe.
PH. I don't know exactly, but it's still South because most of it, like,
Yeah.
it's
Did
still
they
like
just
Delta.
drop?
Yeah. So they haven't dropped in a long time, and I don't know why. But
Mm.
because they had like viral songs, like, I think
Yeah,
last
like
year
two
or
or three.
yeah,
Not just
two or
last year,
three.
like they've had like at least one viral song per year or something like
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know like how their back end pushes, but they are moving like really, really independent artists. and it's not looking like they have like a massive budget pushing them. So I'm happy that they could drop. And it's very it's a lovely song. People should go and check it out.
I have like two songs I want to talk about.
Can you guys hear me?
But
Yeah, we can hear
yeah,
you.
we heard you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Real
the name of
fast,
the song is Stay
Sean.
Humble.
Dante, before you
Yeah, Stay
continue,
Humble. People can listen to the song.
Slickback,
Yeah.
you said the name of the song
Uh,
is Stay Humble.
Same one
Stay
song is Stay
humble.
Humble. Western, like
West
I
Ham
don't know how
Is
to
it
spell
West
it.
University.
Ham or West Ham? Like West
West,
Ham?
West.
Western.
Because it's not
Yeah,
written as Western. It's written there's like a H somewhere.
yeah. But name of the song is Stay Humble, and it's really like that PH. I don't want to call it Omale Kokode before they say out. I'm saying that everybody's copying Omale, but that PH type of like high life type of like bounce where like Omale used to sit in, but I think he has transitioned a bit. Where this guy sits in now,
What's an
K-Style,
example of a song? I
yeah.
don't think K-Style sits in the same
No,
space,
K-Style has
but
done
whatever.
some similar songs like that. That's what
What's
I
an
mean.
example? No, like, so you paint the picture. What's an example of a song like that?
An example of the
The
um,
Omale song
We say
that
pronto.
like the
I feel no. Yes, I say Pronto is a good yeah. Like those early 2000 2020 X Omale, like when Omale just came, that type of like flow.
Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Dante,
Yeah.
what's the new music you want to talk about?
yeah. So one song I want to talk about first was Joshua Baraka, French Montana, and Brian Messia.
I'm sorry, why are you still
I think
listening to French Montana? I thought you said you invented
I'm not listening
Afrobeats.
to French Montana. I'm listening to Joshua Baraka.
Okay,
And it
sure.
just so happens that it seems not every, I don't want to live in extremes. It seems a lot of African artists, for some reason, have access to a French Montana feature, and they get it and it does whatever it does. But
I think
I
I
like the
think my
song
thing is why wouldn't they have access to somebody that is Afrobeat savior?
because
It was
I
a
don't think
joke.
this conversation does not feel safe, Belema. I'm gonna
It's
stay
a
away from it.
joke, you're fine.
I don't feel safe.
No, you'll be fine.
But I really like Brian Messia's verse,
Mm.
and it was so hard. Like I really like I know three Jamaican artists I like is Brian Messia, Raja Wild, and Skillben.
Mm.
Which brings me to a side note. Raja Wild dropped an album in February, and I realized that I have absolutely nobody in my life to let me know if such a thing happened. And I found out like a few days ago, and I was like, wow, so I've been missing out. Anyways, that was just a personal Dante dilemma. The other song I really enjoyed is Okui. I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with Okui here, but it's a song called Confession or Confessions, and it's produced by Dots. Dots. We had Dots over here when we had the producer, or we are producers, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
the female producer community. Yeah, and but I really enjoyed this. I also enjoy like Okui because I like Okui's music phenomenon. Um, yeah, there is context for Okui, but we've done it in a past episode before. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Mm.
Dante, send it to me on my message.
Lovely, lovely.
All
Did
right.
we miss anybody's new music? I know what's his name? DT Dustin Truce dropped something this weekend as well. And I think it's like his first single of the year as well. So that's cute.
Did anybody listen to Bad Boy Teams?
I didn't. I'm sorry.
He
I saw
jumped.
it, but I didn't see. It
He
was a
jumped
feature,
on.
no?
Yeah, the feature.
Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Okay, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We've talked
Wait,
nearly.
hold on. No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What
We not spoke
difference?
about
Last,
Wiz.
no.
Yeah, we already spoke
We
about
have.
this.
Last week, we said that we're going to push
Oh, lovely. Okay, we will end on this note. I love that you brought this up.
this.
The game needed this. Did the game really need this? Please submit your suggestions and your submissions right now. What are your thoughts on
Oh, the game needs
Benson.
us.
Yes, Benson and Sars.
I will not talk about that. I
I
don't
mean,
even
Yeah,
register
we
to talk
started
about
last
this
week,
thing.
but we didn't talk about it this week. Yes, please. Thank you for reminding
yeah,
me.
because more people would have listened. That's
Yeah,
true.
sit back. Now that everybody has listened, what are you feeling?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm even happy that you people did not talk about it last week because last week I wanted
We
to say it
started
was four
though.
over five.
We started.
Yes, I said it was 4/5. This week I'm telling you that it's 5/5.
No. Well,
5/5. Even the Afro for Seto, I love it. Emotional
I'm
high.
sorry. Nobody can get me into that emotional song.
Feedback,
I'm so
feedback,
sorry.
please no.
I don't agree with this feedback talk at all.
At all, at all.
Anything people
This
want to
day,
say. Anything people want to
this
say.
day, I
Emotional
know
high.
5/5 cover here. I don't agree. This day, you
Emotional
know what
high.
pissed me off? You know what pissed me off is the fact that the rollout was dope. Everything was on point. The whole drama thing, them exchanging roles, Benson playing the producer, Sars playing the artist. Great. Sweet. I'm expecting this album, sorry, this EP or whatever, collaborative EP to blow my mind. It should be like Bonjaya or SARS Loje or SARS, which other person, World kind of thing.
Yes, SARS and
That's what I'm
World.
expecting. Yeah, SARS and World, SARS and Loje, that those type projects because SARS does not miss when it does those things like I'm doing this tea with you and I'm putting out like, I won't lie, this one is a little bit underwhelming. I'm not saying it's entirely underwhelming, but it didn't meet, maybe because I had, like, because of Back Outside, how good Back Outside was, I felt like the other four tracks I'm going to listen to is going to give me joy and I'm going to like, say, every track was a hit back to back, was an a hit back to back. But I can't say that for this thing. Every track was not a hit back to back, especially
See.
the bottom three tracks also for me. They
Hey
weren't
God.
like that.
Please, Ginger, we'll fight.
I don't think
We'll
it's bad.
fight
Wait,
too.
it's bad too now. I didn't say the tracks were bad.
You just said it's
Obviously,
not
I
what
listened to
you
them.
were, what you
It's not
wanted.
exactly. It didn't give me the high I got from Back Outside.
Yeah.
It didn't give
As
me that high.
somebody,
It just gave me like a filler track.
yeah.
They're just fillers.
That EP is what I've listened to all week. I played already like almost more than 50 times already in the past week. So
That's beautiful.
I just wanted
Maybe
to
repetitive syndrome is working with you too, Sha. Just when you don't
see
repeat something many times, you go begin like subconsciously. If you
if
know,
people want to
Yeah,
anyhow if
but
people
that
want to
wait,
say it.
wait, sorry, hold on,
Let me just
Ginger.
land,
That's
Sha.
actually a common thing with Benson, though. Like, he has these little melodies that once you just put it on repeat, it sticks in. But that doesn't apply for every artist. There's so many artists that
Yeah.
are giving a chance and it didn't, like, nothing goes in.
Okay. Let me say this. Let me say this. I understand the sentiments and criticisms of the project. What I would say is this. You see that project, it is a love story, right? That project is a love story.
Is it a love
However,
story to the game?
because no, hold on. That's where the problem is. The problem is I feel like because of the disconnect of the way it was marketed, people expected it to come as a pop project, right? So people expected it to come as a pop project whereby like Benson and Sals are just giving us pop like bangers from first track to number like from the beginning to the end. However, when you take the project for what it actually is Benson was just telling a story of love and heartbreak from beginning to the end. I won't lie to you. Like that's
I
if
don't
you
think that's the only thing that was there. Okay, maybe not
hold
only,
on, but let me
maybe
land.
it's not romantic at
No.
all.
I don't mean like a romantic, like I mean like the normal Nigerian man love now. I won't talk about. I'm
I
sorry I
don't know
cheated
what
on
that
you.
statement is.
I'm
I
sorry I
don't know
cheated
what
on
that
you,
statement.
love. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry I cheated on you,
Oh,
love.
I
Yes,
didn't know
yes.
that.
But I like, I really, and me, I'm a huge Buju fan. and I'm a huge Benson fan. So I really, really like the project. I love rum and soda so much. Don't show him the things I showed you. Oh God. If are not listening, if are not, that's my problem. If are not listening, if are not listening, he started from romance, so that don't show him the things I showed you there to back outside where he had like four different, yeah, he had like four different hooks or three different hooks on one song where he just talking about like, oh, like, what are you doing in Lagos? Like, he has like he then you talk about already. I love already. Already is a classic Buju banger, like a classic Buju banger. Now, emotional high is like I will lie to you. I don't know what they were doing there. I just like the song because it's provocative. I just like the song because they heard that song and they were like, yes, I'm going to do it. That's why I like the song. I personally, I will not do
I
it,
just like the
but
song because it's provocative, it's crazy. It gets the people
yes.
talking about
I like the song because it's provocative because like they're like we are like this is like people are not going to like it,
it.
but we like it.
Okay.
So we are going to drop it. That's why I like the song. Like and Frank Sinatra, I love Frank Sinatra. See the way
You know
the
what's so
EP
funny is
started,
Frank Sinatra is the one song that I actually really like.
yeah, the way the EP starts in my head is in my head, like I play Frank Sinatra and I don't even realize when Rum and Soda like starts. I don't know
Mm.
if you guys get what I mean. Like
No, I
I'm on
get what
Frank
you mean.
Sinatra and I'm just back at the beginning. Like it's just a very, very it's just a very, very cohesive like for the Frank Sinatra to Rum and Soda, the emotional high kinds of brings the people down or brings people down, and that's where I think is an issue. Another point I want to make is I was in this internet when Buju and Ruger dropped R&B. That you people said, oh, we were disappointed after this is what they settled the fight for. All to years later, if people are saying that that was one of the best EPs that came out that year. All I would say, yes, I was there. I was
You know
there.
what's so funny is
I was there.
I genuinely love that EP and I
Yeah.
remember everything that you're saying. So it is
Even
fun.
even me, that EP to grew on me,
Yeah.
and I love that EP. I love that EP.
Mm.
This one is not great on me because I love Sonic from the beginning, but that EP, like, so I get the expectation and the reality,
Mm-hmm.
um, like the imbalance in where people are expect, like the like because Back Outside is so much of a pop project, like a pop song, for it to
It is
now
a
like
pop song. I think it's one of my favorite Nigerian pop songs ever,
yeah,
honestly.
and I
It's
like
so
that.
clean, like
Yeah,
not like it's so clean. Anybody, it can appeal to kids. It can appeal to anybody. The chorus is also so captivating because of
there
how
is
it's
no.
structured.
It's not that the chorus is captivating. All the all the verses are choruses. That's like
No, okay, I get that structurally, but the verses are verses. Like words have meaning. Like the verses
yeah.
are
But
verses.
what is the chorus? The chorus is the children singing now. Is the
Yeah,
sample. The chorus is the
that's
sample.
that's the chorus part.
Yeah,
But
like
the way he did his verses like repetition, so he also sticks to you structurally. Like I'm like
yeah.
almost every pop formula I can think of when it comes to songwriting, they put it on that.
We need to round this up, so I'm gonna pass it to Dari. Dari, are you there, please?
Yeah. Mhm. Can you
Did
hear
the
me?
game need this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so I I don't think I've listened enough. I think there's been a lot of new music and all of that. But I think each time that I've listened to it, it's been better than like the last time. So, but definitely, I think the first three songs, I think they work very well. But I don't know about the last two. So, but I'm just enjoying those ones. And but I also think that it takes time to appreciate some of it and all of those things. It's definitely what, or it's not what I was thinking when I was going into the project and all of those things. But I was also thinking maybe they could have done some. I don't know even want to put that idea out, but like it's not definitely what I was thinking when I went into it. But I think there's some good stuff in there though. So That's just like my own thinking for the project.
Thank you, Dari. On that note, I would say the game, um, I'd say the game maybe needed this.
Don't kill me.
The game maybe needed this. But real fast, this was so much fun. We talked about a lot of stuff today. The level 10 versus Kaba Efe beefing, Chike being the bull of the bullets and the bull of the bulldog too. Um, we talked about new music. We talked about something else. We talked about several things actually. We talked about Lona's homeless documentary. We talked about TTC top 10 and how Ashake has what, 8 of the top 10. So that was great. As always, we're here every Monday night. ATTW space, talk new music, talk happenings, figure out what's going on in Afrobeats world, and tune in every single Monday. And the episode will be live this week, so make sure you tune in on there as well. And we will catch all of you next week. Is there a moral lesson for today? The moral lesson for today is don't put a camera in people's faces. If they say they don't want to stream, don't stream. The moral lesson for today is beware of the Olódòs uprising. That is the moral lesson for today. On that note, everybody have a good night.